Okay, everybody, welcome this time to the second Sororitas Saturday event that we have done. Today we are doing fan detachment judging. I've got Primal and Storm here with me.
Hi.
Hello, hello.
We had four submissions for the presentation, and we've got three deployment detachment point detachments, and two one detachment point detachments. At least one of them, I'm assuming, is one DP based off of its size and scale. Um, so, without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this. Um, Alrighty, Primal. Since you won the last one, you get to pick who are we judging first. We have Zeal, Def, Aname, and Lear, or A name, Aname, whatever.
I think it's anime is how it's pronounced.
It's a name because it's a name, but
Ah,
it
whatever. Who
sounds like
cares?
a Japanese name, so it's Aname.
Okay.
For me, it's
So
Aname.
I'm thinking we start with Lear because it's the shortest. Um,
Yeah,
I don't
sure
know,
thing.
like kind of an appetizer to start before our
Yeah,
main
yeah, yeah,
course.
yeah. Let's get ourselves nice and
I love me an appetizer.
well, yeah. Let's get ourselves warmed up. Just as a reminder, well, I not reminder. I forgot to say it when we were started. We are judging on three main things. We are judging it based off of lore, balance, and how fun we think it would be. And then we have a fourth, smaller judge where we judge the name of the detachment, how well we think it cues us into what exactly is happening, as well as how well it fits the detachment and sisters as a whole. So, Lear, we are looking at Flames of Judgment. Now, this is a one deployment or one DP detachment. We are looking at a detachment rule that gives all torrent weapons blast one. Um, so straight out the bat, this already makes our flamers decent. I think, anyways. Um, Primal, I know
It
you like to
definitely pushes
use.
them a bit.
Yeah, sorry
I
about that,
like
Storm.
what?
Good.
Oh no, no, you got it.
Yeah.
You were about
Primal,
to
I
tell
know
me.
you like to use the flamers on the immolator. How well do you think, or how much more inclined do you think you'd be with Blast One on all of your immolators?
To be honest, I mean the issue with Blast is I mean okay, so Immolator Flamers, the Immolation Flamers, as I know right now, the datasheet is 2d6, Strength 6, AP 1, Damage 1.
Correct.
That would become, because it's one weapon, that would only become 2d6 plus 1 for a 5 model unit, or 2d6 plus 2. It does make them a little bit more reliable, but honestly, I think that's more of a win more than it is a. I think it's a good detachment rule because it's, again, it's a win more, not a like this is totally the point of a full detachment. And it's also why I'm happy with, like, what was this? This was 2 DP.
He didn't
It
list one. I would
It
wager
looks like a
between
one because I
one,
see. It
one to
looks like
two.
does
one
look
because I
like a
see
winger.
three
Yeah.
detachment. Yeah, honestly, I think this is a pretty good, like, 1 DP detachment because of the detachment rule not being too extreme but still useful. Like the immolation flamers on, like, you could
Dominions,
really mess
Seraphim,
up a, oh, absolutely. And especially if you
Sanctifiers.
get, like, ooh, sanctifiers would love this. And you know how much I love sanctifiers.
We do know how much you love
Um
Sanctifiers.
Here's what I'm thinking. Okay, so holy fire on sanctifiers.
Okay.
Imagine, because you get two holy fires usually in there between the miraculous and one of the
Plasma Gunner.
missionaries.
Yep.
Yeah. So what I'm thinking is, if you put two holy fires into something, you're now doing like 2d6 plus 2 shots of strength 2 flamer. That's not bad. That can punch up into space marines. Honestly, I really like this. I think it's just a generally useful detachment rule that isn't totally busted, and honestly, I'm really pleased with this. I think it's a very good rule.
Yeah, I agree. Storm,
Yeah,
what about you?
for a one DP detachment, this is definitely pretty good. Uh, Blast one is probably just what you want from a one DP detachment.
Yeah, especially since our flamers were supposed to be a Trinity army. However, you saw nothing but Melta throughout all of 10th. And now, like, I was looking at my list that I had made to adapt it from 10th to 11th, and I realized the only Melta in my list now is on the suits with Vol, and that's it. I lost every single other Melta gun because I have to pay such a huge premium for those Melta guns. Um, and I replaced them with Flamers and Stormbolters, and like even then, I'm not a huge fan of where they sit currently, and I think this would solve a lot of those issues. I would honestly run this over Hagio, not Hagio. Is it
Sacred Orators, or something like that.
Sacred Orators? Thank you. I would run this over Orators purely because it would give my Flamers something a little bit more consistent, especially since I'm running like 3 Dominion squads. Having 4d6 plus 4 Flamer shots does help their consistency a lot. I think it goes 46 plus 8 the moment you're into 10 mans, 46 plus 16 into 20 mans, um, which means you can reliably
Yes.
clear out 20 Cadians or like 20 Grots. Bam. All right.
Not only that, this does look like a detachment that could get a purge to foe disposition, which
Yeah,
would let
absolutely.
us pick it for more detachment combos, especially penitent hosts, since they don't really benefit from
True.
sacred
Yeah.
orators.
They would get to be they would get to benefit from
And
this
have
and have
they do have
purge.
some flames
Yeah.
with sanctifiers and Ministorum Priest.
Yeah, you're looking at
Although
Pensions, looking at Sanctifiers, looking at the Priest,
those as
Okay,
the
well, yeah.
Vindicator.
okay. I have you guys seen the image of the monkey, which is in the science diagram? It's like neuron activation, monkey sees action.
Did you just
That
read the
that that's
pyre
that's your,
shells?
that's your brain.
That's me hearing that because I just remembered all of my.
Oh,
You just named one of my favorite units. One of my favorite units. All of them have flamers. All of them get even better. Big win.
Yeah. All right.
yes, the Holy
Let's.
Fire definitely gets pretty good.
Yeah. No. So the penitents seem to like this detachment a lot, and even our base sisters do a lot as
Absolutely.
well. It makes the 5 point increase on Seraphim actually meaningful. Anyways,
For example,
yeah. Um, let's move on to
Do you think Seraphim?
enhancements. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
One more thing before you do. Okay, so here's what I'm thinking. Okay, so imagine taking your Seraphim drop down, and what's holding the enemy home? It's maybe like I don't know, like
Grots.
some could be some Gretchen. I actually did
intercessors.
this in a game against Green Tide recently. I dropped down my Seraphim, and the hand flamers just wiped the entire unit of Gretchen. Imagine how much more reliable that would be in this scenario. Like that
Yeah,
would be really good.
extremely better.
Yeah, because
And
I've done it
actually worth
before
the
and
85
failed.
points.
Yeah. No, and so far it looks so good. All right, let's see some enhancements. So, cleansing flame. These enhancements are not priced, so um, we'll just kind of guesstimate approximately what we think they would be, or we can assume they cost nothing, which is a little bit sillier, I think. So, cleansing upgrade. When the Sisterhood goes to war, they bring with them the cleansing flames of the Emperor. Add 1 to the strength characteristic of torrent weapons equipped by models in this unit. So this can be slapped on units, which means Sanctifiers, push them up by 1 strength, give them blast, pair this with Bringers of Flame, push them up 1 more strength. And now all of a sudden you have strength 7 flamers with blast.
That would be true if Bringers of Flame were brought
Bear,
down by
Oh,
one,
bear
it's
to
making
be
it
it's
bring us a
16 to
3.
frame
3.
in 3K? No.
You can do that in 3K, like for all 3 people who play
You
3K.
can't
Hey
give
Zio,
all of those
welcome in Zio.
flavors AP1 and uh,
Army of Faith
Army of Faith.
or grab Castigators.
D6,
Yeah.
D6 plus 3 plus. Actually, imagine dropping an Exorcist on like a unit of Space Marines and getting D6 plus 6 shots with Pyre Shells.
Yeah,
Yeah,
That
speaking
would
of
be good.
castigators, improving blast.
Honestly, the more I think about it,
by
the more I think what
3.
kind of units you would want to take in Flames of Judgment. I'm thinking like this is just the detachment that makes your opponent's home objective holders cry.
Yeah,
This
well keep in mind.
also would make the conflagration rockets actually useful because their blast is improved.
Yeah, keep in mind
The
it
Brazier of
says that you can't give something blast if it does not have blast.
right,
Which do
Yes, it
but
just doesn't give
it's
the
for the
headquarters.
yeah. I think the reason that would matter is because like I mean like if you
autocannons.
put it on an autocannon castigator, it's not going to get blast. But one thing I do really like about this detachment is I really like the Brazier of Eternal Flame.
Okay.
Because okay, so here's what I'm thinking. It's ranged weapons equipped by this model. Models in this unit have the ignores cover ability. Okay, so I'm normally I'd be very happy that we have access to ignores cover because that's so important in
11th.
actually come to think of it, imagine this detachment I think would be practically auto include in most sisters armies at 2K because if they give it purge the foe, which
Yeah.
it should have, thematically speaking. But I think this detachment, purge the foe, all of that would be nuts. So that's very good. And then you'll have access to purge the foe if that's true. And then another thing that's really strong for 11th edition with the Brazier of Eternal Flame is that access to ignores cover. But the problem with it is that it's for you have to have a character attached to the unit because as far as I can tell, it's an enhancement for a character Adeptus Sororitas model only. I mean, I don't
Fluffy-bas au
really know if there's
Pachas
anything
joined
they
the
called out
Sword
in
Gang.
model specifically, but I assume they mean character.
Hello, Fluffy. Thank you for the follow. Sorry about that. Good.
Yeah, no worries, no worries. Yeah, so what I was thinking was, if it's only for a model, it probably meant character. You would have to have a character attached to a unit that wants to ignore cover, and I'm trying to think about an example of that because, I'm like, okay, Flamer Dominions. Would you lead Flamer Dominions? They already ignore cover. That's a no. Battle Sister Squad, not something you're going to lead. Celestian Sacrosancts they don't care about ignores cover because they're melee. And I was racking my brain going through examples, and I think ultimately there are two units that I think maybe
Heavy
have an
bolter
argument to take the
retributors.
Brazier. So yes, Retributors are one. The other one is Celestian Insidiants. I think that there are because Celestian Insidiants I think don't like the fact that their prey could be in cover. Ignores cover would just generally be very useful for them, and then Retributors. I mean, I think if you're using them when they're powered up,
Heavy
so
bolter
+1.
paragon
I think they're
attack.
what +1 to hit, +1 to wound. Was it?
Uh,
Um,
Yes.
Powered up Retributors.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I think. I mean, I wouldn't be mad to have Meltas hitting on threes, even because +1 -1, that's not bad. That's kind of where it already was. But then again, then again, they're also on twos before. But I mean,
no. They're base
maybe you could.
fours. Heavy takes them to threes. +1 to
You are
wound
right.
and hit and
You are
wound
right.
keeps them on threes because you can't stack the +1s.
I forgot. I forgot that multi meltas were base 4-ups. For
Yeah.
some reason, I always thought there were 3-ups. Yeah. Okay. In that case, I think Dialogus might like this with Retributors. You could slap that
Yeah.
on Dialogus. And then possibly, if you put a Palatine on your Celestian Insidiants, can they take Palatines? I forgot.
They can, but the thing with the
Insidiants, yes,
Insidiants
they
though is they have, by the time you take all their special weapons, what's it like? 3 Condemner bolt pistols and 2 hand flamers. That is all of their shooting.
There are a bit more. Hold on.
Oh,
Is
ad
it
break
4?
lane.
2 Blessed Blades, 1 Wedge, and 1 Denuncia. So stick.
I don't.
4.
I don't
Four-
think we're.
four bolt
I
pistols
don't think they
and
can
2
hear us. They're on an ad break.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
damn.
Yeah.
Well, we'll give it a second. As much I
I
would
don't
love
see
to turn the
access.
ad break off, but I can't, unfortunately.
It's a minute and a half.
Yeah, I made it as the least amount of ads per hour that I could.
Right.
Okay. I'll tell you when it stops. Anyway, I hope you guys like the Retributors I painted. I thought those were really cool.
Yeah, they're very
Are,
nice.
are they
They do look
Retributors or
pretty cool.
Retributors? I always said Retributors.
I say retributor because they're
Retributors.
retributing.
Doesn't matter. Right.
That's true. That's true. It is Retribution.
They're retributing all over the place, like a.
I'm
Yes.
retributing
It's
it.
morbing
I'm
time.
retributing it
Yeah.
so good.
This. Okay. Wow.
Zeal thinks that it's a heavy bolter Paragon tech. Unfortunately, we don't have a leader for Paragons. We should get one with our Codex drop. They should
GW,
give us one.
please give us a generic Paragon leader, not with the Codex drop. Before that, please.
Honestly, make that the Legatine, because the Legatine exists in lore, but we don't really have a model. So give us a Paragon Legatine, and she can take the Brazier of Eternal Flame, and you can have a really funny combo with
Come to think of
heavy
it,
bolter.
in any Sisters books, do you even hear about Legatines?
No.
Yeah.
I don't think
Okay,
GW
5 seconds. I
realized they
think we're back
exist.
on.
Okay,
Yeah.
sounds
Here we
good.
go. Sorry
Welcome
about
back.
the ad break.
So the thing about Assyrians is that they don't really need to shoot,
No.
or if they do, they don't care about their prey having cover because they reroll hits against
Yeah.
them.
Okay. Give me a little bit of a. I apologize for that. I actually. So I have a problem because I don't do TTS really. I play on the table.
Hmm.
I play on the tabletop. So I don't have Insidiants yet because
They're
none of the game
impossible
stores
to
stock
find.
them because they're so new. So yeah,
Mm.
I don't have any Insidiants unfortunately. So I've never had an opportunity to use them. Although with how popular Thousand Suns are in my area, I really think I might want to invest in those.
Even if
Might
there
be a good
aren't psychers, they're
chance.
great.
They are just in general great because the rerolls to hit precision deb wounds is just
Yeah.
nice. It's just nice to have.
There's and with precision buffed, I think Insidiant. They didn't change in cost. I think the Insidiant stocks are
No,
definitely up in 11th
they're
edition.
still
They
120
are
points.
definitely. I have them in every list other than the one P host list I made,
Yeah, if
but
I'm
that's
running a shooting
me
list, I
anyway.
don't bring them. But if I'm not running like a dedicated, like I'm bringing 3 castigators and 3 emulators, I'm bringing Insidiants.
That's just called Bringers of Flame.
Well,
Yep.
actually, it's better in Army of Faith. Funny enough. Um,
Really?
oh yeah. Access to both smoke and -1 to hit means you can make it hard to kill 2 at
Ooh.
once.
Yes,
You have two
you can
saves you can
spam
scuff.
minus on hood. That's why AOF is in a really good spot right now.
You can also
Moving on
Yeah,
though,
do an
I
armor.
think we did talk about this on the Discord server at some point.
I
We were
will. I
saying,
want to look at these stratagems.
Yes, let's see these stratagems. All right. So
absolutely.
we got Martyr's Pyre. The enemy must perish even if we perish with them. Oh, there's a little bit of typing error. That's okay. The enemy must burn even if we burn with them. Uh, Shooting phase. One Adeptus Sorts unit that has not been selected to shoot this phase is currently engaged. For the rest of the phase, all torrent weapons of this model are equipped with gain the pistols keyword after the unit resolves its attacks. Roll 1d6 for each model to fire a torrent weapon. For each roll a 1. One of those models can shoot again with its torrent weapon, but after this second shooting attack is resolved, that model is destroyed. So,
Sanctifiers.
Sanctifiers. However, the big
Okay.
issue I see with this one is currently engaged. You have to be charged and survive.
That's true.
Yes, this is pretty niche. This will not happen a
Yeah.
lot.
I mean, then again, like I think Flames of Judgment is good enough to take just if it has Purge the Foe.
Purge the
If it
foe,
has Purge the
blast.
Foe and for the detachment rule, I think those
Yeah.
two things are enough to justify taking it anyway. Um,
Wait until you
I mean,
see the
again, I'm
second
assuming it's
stratagem.
going to be PTF. Realistically, we should have 3 Purge the Foe detachments. Because okay, sorry, this is a bit of a tangent. I'll keep it short. Don't worry. Okay, Hallowed Martyrs is valid. That should be priority assets. I Penitent Host needed to be Purge the Foe. Bringers of Flame is fine, and then this should also be Purge the Foe. So we should have 3 PTF detachments, or 4 because of
it's
Sanctified
it's
Orders.
almost like purging is like the thing that sisters do nonstop all the
I know,
time.
right?
Yeah, wow. Oh,
I don't
Ooh.
think we should have that many.
But
three.
I don't know.
That's
It
a
makes
hot
sense.
take
Most
today.
armies tend to lean into something. You can look at guard. Like almost half of the guard detachments are take and hold.
The thing about Purge is that we're not really like sisters are not amazing at killing things.
This
If we're
might make us
being
okay at it.
100%,
Hey, maybe
we
maybe maybe they'll
have
buff us.
mediocre anti-tank. We have problems.
Still
We
useful.
are we are probably much better at doing the action monkey stuff, though I haven't tried yet.
Thing is, though, Purge the Foe has a lot of very favorable matchups as well. So even if you're not necessarily a leaf blower list, you might still get some value out of it.
Yes, because Purge the Foe inherently has the benefit of just rewarding you for playing the game because every unit in this game has wounds and every unit in this game has either a knife or a gun or both. So you will end up killing things inevitably. And if you reward
Hopefully.
that, that's a much easier time on the board than the priority assets player who has to sweat over doing actions every turn.
Okay, so we've established Martyr's Pyre is pretty niche. What do we think of Rites of Immolation? With purifying flame did the great saints of legend purge the enemies of the faith.
So here we have a second shooting phase detachment or stratagem. One unit that is not supposed to shoot this phase, so allows you to do more stuff. until the start of your next command phase, which means you can do this on Overwatch, or you can prep it for Overwatch, until the start of your next command phase, improve the AP characteristic of torrent weapons equipped by models in your unit by 1. And if your unit remains stationary till the end of your next command phase, improve the damage of said torrent weapons by 1 as well.
Okay.
So
So,
sorry, I don't. Sorry, actually no. I talked first. I cut you off. You go ahead.
um, wow, what a strong buff for Fire Overwatch, which I don't honestly hate, because you are
Yeah.
paying for it. You are paying 2 CP for a very good Overwatch.
Yes.
So
Uh, Outside of that, I don't think you will find much use for it because remaining stationary is not something you do often.
If nothing
one thing I'm a
else,
little
so good.
one thing I'm a little concerned about is okay. So on the when for both of these stratagems, it doesn't say your shooting phase. It just says shooting phase. So I think rules as written, it would both of these would be eligible to use on Overwatch on your opponent's turn as well, which or snap shooting as it is now.
Well,
But I think because I don't these aren't neither of these are locked to your turn.
Yeah, but you can't shoot when it's not your shooting phase, so it actually doesn't really
yeah,
matter.
you could spend the command point, but it wouldn't do anything because movement is before shooting, so you wouldn't be able to pop it, then have a strong Overwatch in your opponent's turn. It would just go away in your turn, and then
Yes,
nothing would happen.
What do you
you
mean?
do need to. Well, you
You
if
move.
you do this in the
I'm looking
shooting
at
phase.
rights of immolation. I don't see why it wouldn't be. Oh, I know why. It's because in 11th edition you can't have two stratagems spent on the same unit in the same phase.
Well, no,
No,
this is
okay,
this is locked to the shooting phase, right? And Overwatch is only
shooting
during the
phase.
movement phase.
Yes, that's the end
And
of
movement
movement,
happens
so
first.
it doesn't interact
Yeah,
with it.
you would have to
Yeah,
prep
forget about that.
a wicked Overwatch on your own turn and just say, actually, you don't want to end the movement phase near me at all, or I'm going to murder you aggressively. Um, I will say though, Rites of Immolation does get the nice thing that AOF does is just an AP boost. If nothing else,
Hmm.
you pop it just to have AP on your torrent weapons. Maybe combo it with a castigator. Consider is the AOF AP boost? It's not. It's not an AOE. No, it's not. I know the -1 the hit is, and ignore modifiers is. The AP is not. But you can have if you combine this with AOF, you can have AP boosts on 2 different units in addition to castigator AP boosts. You could increase the AP on 5 different units if you really wanted to.
All right, because this is technically not on. It will not be on the same.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, yes, it will.
No, you can use on different units.
Yeah, but you can spread it. You can spread it out. Yes.
Yeah.
Um. Yeah, this would be good. This I think is just a very good Overwatch thing where you just pop it and then you have flame retributed somewhere, and
Yeah.
then there's like a 12-inch radius where your opponent just probably can't risk going there because you just keep them still.
Mm-hmm.
They will have that +1 damage, and that's devastating with the extra AP as well.
Honestly, I think it might be even better for Sanctifiers. Position them in a wacky spot, wait a turn, and then when they don't move, you just sit there and go, okay, you don't want to walk near them or you're dying.
Yes, one of the strong
Yeah,
flavors unit can definitely pick this up.
Because you can push
I
it to
really like
damage 3
Sanctifiers
fires.
in this detachment.
You can have damage 3 Holy Fires with this. You
Oh
could
yeah,
kill
just
Terminators
kill Terminated with
because it'll be AP2 damage
yep,
3.
penitent people. Yep. Okay. Well, overall, let's start rating. I think.
Yeah. So, lore. I think it's friendly. Um, we love fire.
Yeah, a bit of the Holy Trinity there. We got one piece of that.
Yes. Now, I hope someone made a ball to that detachment, and we can have a full circle or triangle, whatever.
Triangle.
I really like that we have a Flamer detachment in Sisters that isn't Bringers of Flame.
Because Bringers
Because
of
this is
Flame
like Bringers of
isn't.
Flame feels like a vehicle detachment.
It
This
is.
is a Flamer detachment.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes. Exactly.
Bringers of Flame is a transport detachment, technically.
Bringers of
Right.
Flame focuses on the bringers parts. You bring the
You
people with the
bring the flame.
flames over
This
there.
is the flame.
Yes.
Yeah,
I mean, if
bring.
they dropped, okay, here's what I'm thinking. If they dropped Bringers of Flame down to 2 DP and this were a real detachment, a very strong combination would be this, and then with enough setup, we could be a solid flamer army, kind of like Thousand Suns. Honestly, I like that. Like we're like the opposite of Thousand Suns.
Yeah, we're cooler in every single way.
Exactly.
I
I intend to show that on Monday.
Mhm.
Okay. Yeah. Honestly, so for lore, uh, okay. So I think it's very good that we have a flamer detachment for sisters. So I'm gonna rate this highly on lore. I think it's good.
would agree.
Um. So I'm looking at like I don't see anything in here that isn't lore friendly. I
Yeah.
mean, okay. So there's one problem I have, which is that normally when you name stratagems, you name stratagems like as if it's like a practice or something that you're doing. This just says like rites of immolation is good.
Well, you know what's funny?
Martyr's
That
pyre
exists
less
somewhere
so.
else. Do you know where it else exists?
Where does it exist?
The emulator.
Oh, very nice. Oh, sorry, hold on. Behold the immolator.
I haven't played
Anyway,
that game in a hot
um,
minute.
I love Dawn of War so much. The voice lines were so great. Okay. Anyway, okay. So I do really like that stratagem name. Martyr's Pyre is a weaker stratagem name, and then the other I have a problem with the detachment name. Detachment names are typically actually now in fairness there are exceptions to this. Combined arms and guard does not follow this rule, and that's my guard detachment. But normally most detachments are like the it is a phrase or term that applies to the people that you're bringing in your army, like it's a group of people, like Gladius Task Force or Hallowed Martyrs, like that kind of thing.
Mhm.
um Flames of Judgment isn't that, and I don't want to do half points.
Well,
I
remember, we're
really okay,
judging the
so
names separately.
that's true. Okay, I think actually I'm gonna be generous because I really like this detachment. I'm gonna say 5 on lore. I'm gonna say 5 on lore. I don't really see any huge things that other than nitpicks that I find many issues with.
Any thoughts, Storm?
Hmm. I do like some of the names here. As for like the actual lore, Fire Shells is good.
Because that's a thing we did
Um,
have.
it is a thing we did have that I definitely remember because I played back then. Um, yeah, it makes sense for us to have a flame detachment. I don't think it's terribly unique. Which makes me want to give it a 3 instead of a 4.
For lore?
But just because it's for lore,
Okay.
just because it's average, it's what you would expect.
Yeah, I'm gonna do a 4 because I like the fact that Lear put little like blurbs, like the little like quotes
That
that
I
are
is
with
love
that
it
is
when
everything.
they
pretty
do
good.
that.
That
Because
is pretty good.
it's a
Yes.
nice touch because it's a thing that GW does themselves with like all the stuff. They have a little blurb with everything to
Totally.
push in a little bit of flavor, and I really like that he did that. Um, Loses a point because Rites of Immolation exists somewhere else, but it is still a good
Oh,
name for
on
the
the
strategy
emulator,
for
it's
sure.
called Purge and Cleanse.
Is it called? I thought it was called Rites of Immolation. Am I
No, it's
schizophrenic?
it's called Purge. The Castigator has rights of castigation. I
Rites
think
of
that's what the
that's what I'm thinking of. Okay,
class
never
is
mind.
of.
Yeah, no, I'll push it back up to a 5 then because I got that mixed up.
I'll pull
That's
it back down with my 3, but that will average out.
okay. So a 553.
Yep. I'm
Hmm.
I'm keeping track in the Discord channel, so don't
Perfect,
worry about that.
perfect, perfect.
Yeah. Okay.
Alrighty. Now, balance. I think it has a
Interesting.
good blend of useful and not useful, like everything GW. Um,
Yeah.
and
Like I
there's
mean, every detachment has like one or two useless stratagems.
yeah, and even then, they're not useless. They're just niche. Like
That's
you
true.
might
And
use them.
Martyr's Pyre is niche.
Yeah. And then Brace of Eternal Flame, like you probably use that on Retributors, either heavy bolters or multi meltas, kind of just to make sure they're not taking that -1 to hit from cover, to keep them on threes. Um, oh, welcome in, Def. Um, yes, the I don't know what
Very
verisimilitude.
similar to this.
Yes, I don't know what that means.
That's about it.
Sorry, totally unrelated. Do you
So
guys think we're going to see a lot more orcs
yes,
soon? And we
yes.
should probably prepare for that because I think our flamers are going to like that.
Hey,
Because like,
this detachment, deal with the orcs, right? Right.
it's true. I'm just going to say it. Orcs hate strength
Ah,
6 flamers. Strength 6 AP1 is great,
Yeah,
and
it
damage 1 is the problem
eviscerates
because
them.
boys are 1 wound.
It does eviscerate them. For balance, I'm gonna go with a 4. I think. Um, because I can see the pyre shells getting abused a little bit on the exorcist. Because it pushes you to blast 4.
Honestly,
Um,
it's the Exorcist. I think it deserves to be good for a bit.
I know, but at
the thing
180
is with the
points.
Exorcist that it only has blast on the conflagration missiles, which
Then
desperately
again,
desperately needs that +4 attack.
Yeah, it does. It really does, unfortunately. Um, or for
The
the
thing I'm more
conflagration
worried about is
rockets.
actually the castigator.
Oh no, you're right. Because D6 plus 7 shots into a 5-man. Imagine shooting a block of 20 berserkers. You're at D6 plus 19 shots on your primary gun.
It's only the
that's actually
conflagration
nuts.
missiles.
Okay, so the
Oh
main
yeah,
boost
oh
is
yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
full.
okay, that's true, but there are conflagration missiles and those suck. So
They need
I mean,
blast 4, honestly, because
they're
like they
they're
average
probably gonna
out.
save
That's
like most of
the
those.
the other Exorcist gun doesn't have blast.
That's right. It does not. Um,
Yeah,
which means you
Yeah,
can
so
I don't
use
either
them
know.
way,
while you're
I
in
think it's
melee.
fine.
it's definitely the castigator battle cannon that I'm more worried about having blast because
Yes.
Honestly, I actually
12
feel really
more damage
optimistic.
is pretty nuts.
I feel really optimistic about this detachment's balance. I think it's pretty good.
Yeah.
For
Yeah.
balance wise, I think it's doing great. There is an upgrade. Fire shells would probably be like 30 points easily.
Yeah. At
Yeah,
least.
And the
there's a few
cleansing flame can be
issues.
a nice 10.
There's no points cost on the upgrades, and then also there's no third stratagem. Uh,
I don't
yeah,
think all of them have 3. Maybe they do,
I mean,
but
I mean, then
there's
again,
also
like
some
I
that
I
just
think
don't have.
Sanctified Orders has 0 stratagem.
It
Yeah.
has
So like,
one single enhancement. That is it.
Yes. Yes.
yeah,
So it's
that's why we basically just call it Haggy Omnifex because that's all it is.
That
yeah,
yeah.
it is just that.
Ooh,
It
+1
doesn't
leadership.
really like one point detachments don't need 3 stratagems. Like this one has 3 enhancements. That's plenty.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not bothered.
It's-
I think they just
Yeah.
took one of the stratagems and braided it in for an enhancement.
Yeah. I would
Yeah.
agree.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Well, I would
Honestly,
rate this.
I'm gonna jump the gun a little bit here. I think this would slot so well into sisters. I'm actually willing to give it a 5 on balance.
Wow. Okay.
I think it's okay. So I'm making a couple of assumptions here. I'm making the assumption that it is purge the foe 1 DP.
Yeah.
Now this is Games Workshop we're talking about, which is also the same company that gave Penitent Host Take and Hold. So we don't know that, but then
No, this is gonna
again
be
we get
vital
to make
assets actually.
it's gonna be priority assets.
Yeah. Yeah. It's gonna be
Oh
priority
man.
assets.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I think I'm willing to go. Because again, the problem is like, uh, this looks when I won the competition last time, I designed a unit thinking to myself, how if I were Games Workshop, how would I make a unit? Um, and I point cost was appropriate for that. Like, how would Games Workshop make a unit? I think this is also close to how Games Workshop would make a detachment, and it imitates Games Workshop's style that I'm really looking upon this pretty favorably. I like it for I like it for balance. I don't really see any ways it would be totally broken.
Yep.
I think it's just all around a good detachment that isn't busted. And honestly, for that, I think that's good enough to give it a 5.
Yeah. 100%.
I would agree. I think it's if I'm being a bit pessimistic, this is not they GW wouldn't give us anything this strong.
True.
I think it's well balanced if we pretend for a moment that we're a real army and not just a joke. So I think it does deserve 5 because this was well balanced. The stratagems are as it should be in a 1 DP detachment, niche but very usable. At least Multispy is niche. Rights of Immolation is just generally pretty useful, but needs some setup.
Yeah. I'm gonna stick with 4. I think. Because the pyre shells on the cascaded battle cannon can be absolutely disgusting. And then sometimes, the blast is just useless against some armies. Say you play into knights, say you play into custodes. This entire detachment does almost nothing for you. So I'm going to stick with 4. All right. Fun. How fun do we think this detachment would be?
What did Storm do for balance again?
5.
I did a 5.
Very nice. Okay, yeah, go ahead.
For fun. I mean, what's not fun in having 4 extra shots on your conflagration rockets? Um, but to be real, having a costly but effective Overwatch threats like available to you seems pretty good. Something I would like to have. That would be nice. Um, Fire shells would be an upgrade I would pick up at least for one thing, if not more. Um, Having blast on torrents, it would probably make the flamers feel more like they should, like actually going whoosh on the little grots and actually burning all of them.
Yes.
I think this. I think it's a good 4.
I'm going to agree with you. I think it's a solid 4 for fun. I could see myself having a lot of fun with this, and then just having some games where I'm just like, it just did nothing for me, and I kind of just like, I rolled bad anyways. Like, I rolled ones on all the shot counts, so the blast, pushed me to 2 attacks per base instead of 1 attack per base, and it kind of just, it has a chance to nothing burger you. Is it not fun to throw buckets of dice? It is fun, and that's why Storm and I are giving it a 4 basically. However, sometimes you order your burger and it doesn't have any meat in it, but most of the time it's gonna have its meat in it.
So yeah, honestly, I'm inclined to agree. I don't really think I have anything new to add. I agree on the 4 out of 5. I think that's probably good enough for fun. What was Storm again? Also 4.
Also 4. Yep,
4.
4 for
Okay,
4.
so 4's across the board. Okay, name.
I want to give it a solid 2 because you know what you're getting when you look at it. It's got the little blurb at the bottom. However, it's just flames of judgment. Like you're judging, you flames, awesome, but that's kind of it. To be fair, it is hard to be wowed by a detachment name. I think purely because uh, GW is also really bad at it. Um, in my opinion, anyways. I think one of the best examples of a good one is Hollowed Martyrs, and then example of one that's like good but like kind of okay and kind of sits in the similar vein of Flames of Judgment. Um, would probably, as you mentioned earlier, oh, guard combined arms. Like you know
Combined
what you're
arms. Yep.
getting, but that's kind of all it's really doing. Like
Yeah, so I really like, and again I talk about this a lot because like I play half my games with guard as well because I'm a 2 army person and I love my Imperial Guard and I love combined arms. But I have to sit here and be real. Combined arms would be better if they kept the old name from the index detachment,
mm,
which was combined regiment. And that makes more sense because you're like, okay, the guys that I'm putting on the table are part of a combined regiment, which is a thing in the lore. That's a combined arms regiment. But just shortening it to combined arms makes it worse. In a similar vein, I think there's nothing wrong with the theming. It's not necessarily too clunky. I just think that it's in a similar spot where like the people themselves are not named as being part of anything. Like they're not part of a penitent host, or they are not hallowed martyrs or champions of faith.
I think like
It's just
Arbitrators
it's
of
just flames of
Flame could be
judgment.
sweet.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. That also kind of gets a little long.
Yeah, it's a
I'm
bit
gonna
clunky.
go. Okay, so I'm docking a point because it's not like a thing, but I'm at, okay. Actually, again, one thing I really like. Thank you so much for doing the lore blurbs because that gives it like a bajillion extra brownie points in my
Aura
head.
points. Yeah.
Exactly. When I look at these things and I'm like, what if GW made this? That's what I'm looking for. I love that. But ultimately, I have to say, I have to dock a point just for that. So 2 out of 3 on the name for me.
I am gonna be terribly honest. Flames of Judgment, the name, is incredibly uninspired. I
Yeah,
just don't like it. It tells you what it is, but there could be so many different ways to say what it actually is.
naming stuff is
Um,
hard. In fairness,
it
that's
is
why I
very
don't want
It's
hard.
to.
so
Naming
hard.
stuff is very hard, and they did put a lot of effort in doing the lore rubs and all of that stuff. So I will give this a two as well.
Okay.
It could have a better name. Other than
Yeah,
that, it's pretty good.
yeah, you're right, Def.
Okay.
This
What's
is
next?
So
exactly what GW would make. Hey, maybe Lear secretly works for GW, and we don't know.
ooh,
Maybe
twos
he
across
Well,
the board.
that's definitely
twos
not true.
across the
That would
board.
be changes. Twos across the
Okay,
board.
so just going after Flames of Judgment to recap. Lore, I gave it a 5. Storm gave it a 3. You gave it a 5. Balance, I gave it a 5. Storm gave it a 5. You gave it a 4. Fun, we all gave it a 4. Name, we all gave it a 2.
That's
Mm-hmm.
pretty good. Starting out pretty
All
strong.
right.
I think this is a
That's a
Yeah.
pretty good
There
strong.
we go.
appetizer.
All right. Let's see what's up next.
All right, Storm, you're picking next. We have Zeal, a
I
name.
want to see anime.
You want to? Oh boy. Okay, this one is big. It is massive. All right. Here we have Procession of the Sacred Path. Detachment rule: follow the deeds of the Emperor. This is a 3 DP detachment, so you get nothing
Mm-hmm.
else except for this. So this is pretty wordy, so bear with me. Um, Before the battle begins, in the declare formation step, randomly roll 2 sacred deeds or select one from the list below. It's to the right here. Your army gains that sacred deed for the duration of the battle and does not count towards the limit of saintly deeds you may have activated. The remaining sacred deeds are not active at the start of the battle. To unlock them, your army must accomplish holy acts upon the battlefield worthy of the Emperor's memory. Once a sacred deed is unlocked, it remains unlocked for the rest of the battle and may be selected at the start of any I think this may not be selected. That's a typo, maybe, I think. At the future battle round. You may only have
Okay.
one sacred deed active at a time unless stated otherwise, which is at the beginning where it states otherwise. At the start of the second battle round, select one unlocked sacred deed. That sacred deed is active until the start of the next battle round. So,
Okay. So immediately straight
Basically,
off the bat, the first thing this reminds me of is this. This is like okay. So I think knights do this thing where they have to do like
Chaos
deeds
Knights.
yes.
to get
Yes.
buffs. And then the other thing it reminds me of, I think the old version of, I think it was just ninth edition, the Space Marines Army rule was combat doctrines or something along those
Yes,
lines.
it was.
And unfortunately, I think this takes the clunkiest, worst parts of both. I think that it's. I mean, I'm just gonna say straight off the bat. I think this detachment is way too complicated.
It is an
Um,
incredibly complicated. I think there's like 3 or 4 slides to this.
yeah, I don't know.
I'm willing to
I'm gonna
hear
go in with
it out.
like I'm gonna go in with the best like benefit of the doubt I can give it, but I'm just gonna say off the bat the bloat on this detachment and the how complicated the rules are is just kind of some negative points for me.
Yeah, yeah. As you mentioned, Def, it is the Knight's deeds.
Oh, ad
Both
breaks.
CK and IK have a form of this. The Imperial Knights one
There's
has been
ads.
simplified.
There's ads.
Oh,
Yes,
there's
it's
Yep,
ads.
both
we're on the ad
knights.
break.
It's both knights. It's Chaos Knights and Imperial Knights.
All I remember is like when I was playing when I was first getting into 40k again. This is before I played Sisters. I was only a guard main at the time. I was trying to learn like, okay, how do these Space Marines work? And it's like, oh, you have combat doctrines per battle round. And I'm like, what the hell is this? Why can't you just have a normal army rule like orders, like what we have? But no.
And keep in mind, this is a detachment rule.
Yeah, that's the problem. Like this is like an army rule if you made it a detachment. Although, as you'll see, we're gonna see another one of those, which is an army rule if it were like it just replaces the army rule.
I
Uh,
think people just don't like Miracle Dice.
Well,
Look, I'm
this
not
you
gonna lie
still
though.
have
Yeah.
Miracle Dice with
I
this
think
one.
this is an example of one of those detachments that tries to do too much.
It might be.
Probably, but we're on the first slide.
Let me know when the
I'm
ads are
willing to
done.
hear it out. I'm willing to hear
Yeah,
it
no
out.
ads are still
40
30
seconds.
seconds.
30 seconds. Okay. No, when
40.
Aname, a name Aname, whatever, however we pronounce it, don't know.
I always, again, I thought it was anime.
Envelope.
Anime. When he sent this in, or made it originally, because he made it originally and posted it to the chat. And
Five
then he
seconds.
submitted this as the thing. It was a lot to read. It was even like it was in a pretty rough state at the beginning, but it'd been fine
Okay, we're
tuned
back.
a bit. So let's look at what the sacred deeds are, or what they give you rather. So +1 inch move on all sister units in your army. That's pretty good. That's that's not um, too OP, but not too weak. It's just something very nice. Um, when you charge, you can either reroll hit rolls of 1 or reroll wound rolls of 1. Now that is very, very good for Sacrosants, for Insidians that aren't fighting their main thing, and um, Zephyrim. Um,
Especially with Celestian Sacrosanct often being on twos. But the actually no,
they
the other
wouldn't here.
I was gonna say Celestian Sacrosanct often on twos, but then I remembered this is 3DP and you can't run it with
Yes.
Sacred Champions.
Here's where it starts to get really, really silly. Add 1 to the OC or leadership characters of models in your army. Sisters models in your
Oh
army.
my god.
+1 OC on every single sisters model.
That's
Holy
insane.
fuck. Okay.
Every single one. The next one,
Yep, that's a bit strong. Okay.
4 no
And then the next one is 4-up Feel No Pain against psychic attacks.
and mortal wounds
fine.
for your
And mortals.
entire army.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't. To be honest with you, I see psychic attacks and mortal wounds rarely enough that I don't even know if I'd get much value out of that.
Yeah,
That's
well,
fine. Like,
you-
it sometimes happens.
you'd get to
Nothing
pretend
crazy.
Thousand Suns aren't real with your entire army and not just Insidians.
Magic isn't real, you idiot.
Yeah. Def saying, my
Which
immediate hot take
makes
on this
thematic
is
sense,
that
but-
this is an attempt by someone inside of GW balancing to subvert the other balance riders who have a grudge against sisters because they couldn't get sisters points down. This is basically just pushing all the units to be costed reasonably. Is
True,
Aname a secretly on the GW balance team and is a secret Dark Horse Sisters player? Who knows? I think he
Okay,
plays
I'm
Talon.
just saying I
Ozonic,
have
Ozonic
not
is
seen.
sponsored, so
I have not seen
I don't know.
anime in the same room with the GW balance team.
Yeah. Here's a
has
funny
anyone seen anyone in the same room as a GW balance team?
one. Who
No,
knows?
they're,
They
Is
could
they're
be in
this
another
a
one of
shadowing
those
thing
right
as a
now.
monsters
GW
who plot
balance
our
team?
destruction on the regular.
Yeah.
Okay. This next one is a little bit silly. Improve the invuln of all sisters models in your army by 1 to a minimum of 5-up invulnerable save.
That minimum doesn't make sense.
It does, because
Why is-
the
why is that?
lowest
I
it
believe.
goes.
I
That's-
believe.
that's the lowest it
four up
goes.
invulnerable save. 4-up invulnerable save. Arcoflagellants. This is the greatest thing of all time.
Well, no, remember, minimum is that's the lowest it goes, so it doesn't go anywhere below the 5.
Oh, that's what they meant by minimum.
Oh,
Yes.
Okay.
that's what they meant. Okay. I thought it was like, because in this context, improving and minimum would mean it's at least 5-up, maybe better.
But this
is what I'm
basically
reading
means
from this.
our tanks can actually have 5-up invulns, which
don't think-
means
I
you
will
can use
say-
dice of 5s to save them from AP 1 million.
When I was in Crusade, I had an upgrade on my immolator that gave it a 5-up invulnerable save instead of 6-up. It was actually pretty useful. I mean, you'd be surprised because with AT shooting, you're often not looking at a lot of incoming fire volume-wise, which means you get less value out of an invuln, especially a higher one. But I
Mhm.
don't know. It was still pretty useful. I
It
don't
makes
hate that.
it makes miracle dice of 5 incredibly useful for keeping vehicles alive, because normally you would only
Well-
be able to use a 6 to keep it alive.
Yes, but there is also the new fast rolling rules that makes it a little harder, but
True.
still good.
To be fair, this was a 10th edition detachment anime. I'm gonna call it anime from now on.
Anaphylactic.
Anaphylactic
Haha, I win.
an enemy. He said this is a 10th detachment. He just slapped 3 DP at the top to make it cohere to the
Makes
challenge.
sense.
Um,
Makes sense.
Repentia with +1 to move at Invul 5 is real reasonable. Yeah, honestly, movement 8 Repentia with 5-up Invuln, that's pretty fire.
All of these
5
are
up,
useful,
5 up.
but I think some of them are too useful.
Yeah. Lastly, each time an attack of damage characters of 1 is allocated to its model's unit, add 1 to any saving throw made against that attack. So, all of a sudden, all of our tanks don't go down to fodder fire. Wait, model in
Yeah.
this unit? What? That's not worded right. That's worded to include allies. Hold on. Hold on. That's
I mean, I guess if you really want gray facts to not suffer from one damage bolter fire,
Real talk though, who brings Inquisitors?
no
nobody.
one, no one
There is
brings.
Croyle, he's fun, but I don't think
Uh,
anyone's actually gonna bring him.
thirsty people who don't understand the lore bring inquisitors.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Scoots Croyle out of his pen host. You have Croyle in your pen host list. That's so
This
funny.
this is, by the way, copy pasted from the T-Son's rubric A phalanx
Yeah.
uh, rule.
Yeah, that
Oh
is.
my god, I hate Rubrique Phalanx.
So it's just taken from that. That's why it's worded like this.
Actually, I'm considering adding Thousand Suns to the list of armies that I hate.
No, what's wrong? Okay, anyway,
It's
Yeah.
just they blow you off the board. It's annoying.
so basically you roll for two or pick one
Yeah, you
at the
get
start, and
2 army
then
rolls.
Yeah, that's nuts.
Two army rules. Take it or leave it. All right.
and then at the start of the battle round, second battle round, you select one unlock sacred deed, and that is active until the start of the next battle round.
Yeah. So you can only have
Okay.
one. Actually,
Does
I think the way it
turn
works.
off the first two at any point?
I'll be back in a minute. One sec.
Oh, they don't turn off.
Yeah, the first two just go forever.
Oh.
Well, yes,
And then
it
the
does.
third, you can get the other one, and you could get all 5
And
reasonably.
you can get a third. No. The ones you unlock afterwards, only stay for a round. So at max you have three.
3 at once. Okay. Yeah, I think what you do is if you're running vehicle heavy, you take invuln, damage 1, and like 1-inch move. Actually, I think you take the feel and the pain depending on who you're fighting. I guess
Except
technically you have to
for
roll it. It's random.
actually, I think you may only have one secret deed active at a time. That might
I'm back.
mean
I think that's like what you're trying to accomplish. We'd have to look
that
at the other stuff.
no. Sacred deed is one of the buffs. So it's
I
not worded well, so it's probably meant to be two at the start or one that you pick, and then
+1.
one of the ones that you not plus one because you can only have one at a time. So after the first round, you only have one, which is one of the ones that you unlocked.
Well, the way it says is that the ones you get at the beginning don't count towards the limit of
Right, they don't count towards the limit. Okay, so it's two, and then the rest
One
of
that
the
you
four
do.
you can pick around from based on what you do. Okay, so basically,
Can we see the other side?
if you roll sacred deeds that you don't like, you can just unlock the one that you do like, and then probably the third one, and then just yeah.
Yeah, or you can pick
Okay,
the
let's move
one
to the
you really
next
really
one.
want. All right.
Could we throw up what the things that unlock sacred deeds are? The holy acts.
Yeah,
Yep.
the next
Yep,
one.
that's what I've just thrown up. To unlock these sacred deeds, you must complete holy acts. Every time you complete a holy act, select one sacred deed from the table above. It's actually the one below. Oh wait, no, yeah, the one on the previous page. My bad. That sacred deed is now unlocked. Consult the table below for what holy acts you can complete. You cannot complete a holy act more than once per game, and you cannot complete more than one holy act per turn. So these things just happen. If you do them, you get to get one.
Really?
Yes.
Okay, so
And you know what
these
they are?
just secondaries.
They're secondaries. And one of them is Purge the Foe. It's
Did
just
your mic
Purge the
cut out?
Foe.
Okay.
Destroy more enemy units than your opponent.
I'm getting really worried about the Okay, I mean honestly, I think the balance is kind of out the window from the beginning, but this is just nuts.
Yeah, thank you for the clarifications, Lear. That is about what we do for the whole game. Never turn off. Like the others during the game, and the start of the battle, and turn them on for the rest of the battle. Yeah, you basically you can start unlocking them and picking and choosing what you need near the end of the game. Control one or more target markers that are controlled by your opponent. one army receiver army are holding than a table quarter. Um, so 4 table quarters. So just bring Seraphim, I guess. I don't know. Holy are within 3 of the center and no enemies within 6. So yeah, as long as you are drawing secondaries and playing the game, you will complete the Holy Axe. It is guaranteed. Near guaranteed, as long as you're playing okay.
Okay.
So
Wow.
Okay,
reasonable to do
so
turn 2.
basically, you will just have 3 rules that you pick one of and maybe randomly get 2 of, or pick another one of. I don't hate this.
No, I think this could be
It
really fun.
it seems overcomplicated at first, but it's probably not
No,
actually.
like when you consider, like we scroll back a second, if you consider some of the changes, um, +1 move, super simple. You just go, okay, everything moves 1 more inch. That's easy. Bam. Or everything's invuln is better by 1 to the best of a 5-up. Okay, well anything that doesn't have a 5-up now has a 5-up, and because almost everything in the army has actually not almost everything in the army has a minimum 6-up invuln. So you just go, okay, everything is a 5-up invuln at minimum. And so a lot of these things, like it looks like a lot of words, but I think once you kind of talk it through, and I think it would take a game to just get the hang of, but I think it wouldn't be that bad considering how simple it is to complete the tasks.
Okay, so Anime's on the Discord. I think they're going to
Yeah.
give it a forced disposition.
Force
We'll see what it
disposition.
Yeah, they will in a second.
Is he watching right now?
Yeah.
No, we're just talking. They forgot this position.
Disruption.
Disruption? Sure. I guess.
Disruption? Okay.
Disruption? Hold on. What does disruption do? I haven't even checked.
Disruption's the one which is like it's just where they put all the missions that they made but didn't fit anywhere else. It's like basically a casino. You just randomly get something completely different to do every single matchup, and it also happens to be countered by all the other 4.
That's so funny because you have a random disposition and you have a random detachment rule. You're just gambling. That's all this. It's just gambling.
I love
That's what
gambling.
this is.
I feel like orcs, unironically. Holy crap.
Okay.
That's good.
Let's look at enhancements.
Yeah. Our
And
enhancement list.
I'm
So there's a
immediately pointing something out.
really funny ones in here. So the first one, Icon of the Guiding Throne, 20 points. Canoness or Magifier, add 1 to advance and charge. If Hand Emperor, shoot and charge in a turn where it advanced. That's very strong.
Now the Emperor is plus 1 move. Yes.
And then the really cool thing about a lot of these is if you choose to select the one deed you start with, you can make sure an enhancement is already maximized. Scripture Endless Fury. Each time a model makes a melee attack and a unmodified hit roll of 5-up scores a critical hit. So this is on the hit, not the wound. If Destroy the Enemies is there, add 1 to this unit's, or 1 to the attack of this unit's melee weapons. So, Insidiance, okay.
Insidians go critty. Actually, no, because it's crit hits, not crit wounds.
Well, the crit hits
so-
help them make sure they hit. You can give them like a pally for lethals if you wanted to. Honestly, this would go pretty hard on pally sacks.
It would.
Or
It would help
Repentia.
them out there.
3 attack Repentia with 5-up crit sustain. Full rerolls.
Oh yeah, 3 attack changes the game there for sure.
Doesn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
And it's an upgrade,
Well,
so you can
plus
put it
1
on
attack
unit.
to. I mean, plus 1 attack on Repentia takes them what? Their 2 attacks. That would
18
make it
attacks to 36.
27.
That's
What?
good.
36? Hello?
Isn't it
36, yeah.
9
There's
times 3 would be
18
27.
plus
There's,
18?
there's 9 Repentia. Why
Yeah.
would you?
Well,
They're not doubling it.
Each penitent
Oh,
eviscerator
doubling.
2 attacks. If
Duh.
they go to 3,
Duh. I don't know why I'm
yeah.
doubling it. Why am I doubling it? A little schizophrenic
It's
today.
fine. We
So
can do math.
No worries.
yeah,
Um, okay.
I had an 8-hour shift today. Please be patient.
In your shooting
Also
phase,
better pay.
after the bearer's unit has shot, select one enemy unit hit by those attacks. Hit by one or more attacks, hit with a torrent or melta keywords. At the end of phase, that unit doesn't have benefit of cover. Okay.
And
If
if
Light of the Emperor is unlocked,
add one to the
uh,
hit roll.
add one to hit. Okay.
So this is where you put this on Seraphim, and you go
Right.
wee, and you tag something, and you strip it of cover, and everything gets +1 to hit against it. And you can basically use this as a discount immolator, because stripping cover, especially into 11th, is very good. Lear mentions that Scripture is only good in Sex or Repentia. Um, at base, yes. After the +1 attack, I think it has a use case for Insidiance, but it does want Repentia more.
Which is
thank you,
not a bad
Explosive.
thing. That's objectively pretty good.
Yeah, it makes Repentia maybe worth their points. Um,
Okay, I do like that. Okay, so I've been very harsh on this detachment, but I do like anything that makes Repentia have a
remotely
better
good.
chance of being brought. And then okay, so I really don't like the detachment rule, but I think the enhancements are okay. I think the enhancements are fine.
Mm-hmm. 20, the accuracy, 20 on a Seraphim unit makes them 105, which is less durable but more mobile than a immolator and doesn't split units. But
Yep.
takes away cover and gives +1 to hits.
Yep. So Lear,
Which
basically,
is pretty good.
you don't even need the deed to be turned on because it is a holy act. If you complete the holy act, you get its boost. So I got it backwards. You have to play the game first to get this. However, well, destroy the enemies of the Emperor is probably the easiest one, if not Storm Unholy Grounds. Um, wait, what? Hold the Heart of the Sanctum. Okay. Hand of the Emperor. Hand of the Emperor is not one of the holy acts.
It's a sacred deed.
Oh,
It
so
says
some of them
after
are
each.
tied to sacred deeds. Some of them are tied to
Yeah.
holy
So,
acts.
yes. Two of them are tied to secret deeds. Two of them are tied to holy acts.
Gotcha. Okay, that tracks. Okay, that makes sense. That makes much more sense. But yeah, Reliquary looks pretty good. That's just nice. It's just a nice thing to have.
So, speaking of Sanctum's Keeper's Sigil, start a
Transport
fight
battle.
phase. Get fight first, okay. And if you have the Hold the Heart Sanctum completed, add 3 to Strength, 1 to AP. For the rest of the battle, okay. Just add. Alright. And Hold the Heart of the Sanctum is one or more units within 3 inches of the center, and there are no enemy units within 6.
Hmm.
Doable, but
Outside
not
of battle
easy.
round 1. It's
I mean, part of me
the
thinks that
like denied the center or whatever it's called again.
part of me thinks that all of the holy deeds will almost like at least 3 of the holy deeds will probably be achieved because you're just going to be doing secondaries over the course of the game and like what there's like 12 secondaries and you
Mhm.
draw 2 every like there's maybe 2 that you don't see in a game.
And
Yeah.
with 11th, you can have multiple at once, so you don't have to discard them
Right.
Yeah.
immediately. You're just
So I
maxed
think
out points.
the sisters player with this detachment is going to try and time up their secondaries with their holy acts when they want the holy acts to trigger.
Hmm.
Which I mean, honestly, you're really tying yourself. A list for this would really want to tie itself to the secondary game. That much is for sure.
Yeah, Sisters
Yes,
already
which
really
isn't a
like playing
problem
secondaries too, though.
because yeah, I already like that, and giving us OC and giving us some stuff, pretty good for that. I like these enhancements; they are pretty good.
Yes.
The first one is good because like advanced shoot and charge is good. Um, it is on an Imagifier or Canoness, so it's Imagifier Insidiance
Oh yeah, all the
probably,
way, all the way.
or something led by Canoness, which is not gonna
Retributors?
be, I guess. Yeah, sure.
That just gives them assault.
Yeah.
That's not really worth 20
I think
points.
I think Insidiance
Insidiance, Sacrosanct. Ooh,
Yeah. It
those
makes you
ones.
want to use an Imagifier, which is good.
Yes, I do like that. I do like that a lot.
Yeah. Giving us fights for is also good because the Hold Hot is not too easy, but rewarding.
Yeah, I do
I
think
I
these
do like
enhancements are
these,
pretty
yeah.
good. They're good enhancements. I fuck with them.
Yeah. All right,
All right,
stratagems.
Yeah.
stratagems. We have 6
Okay.
stratagems here. Primal, if you would like to read the first one.
D6 plus 2 surge move.
Okay. We
Okay.
don't have a lot of such routes. We have one in Penholster.
Works
Keep
on
in
works on
mind,
penitent engines.
works on walkers. Yup.
Works on the
Okay,
Val.
who's ready? Who's ready for your penitent engines?
And you
over
know
the
what's
course of
funny?
one battle round.
This doesn't say you can't end an engagement range.
That's true. That's true.
Yes, it's a
And you're
search
moving
move.
at least 3 inches. Probably more.
Yeah,
Search moves are usually getting into people's
yeah,
faces.
normally, but some
Imagine
of them
like
will say
sticking
you
a
can't.
penitent engine in front of something. Like the move blocking potential there would be crazy. Because it would just be like, okay, you want to shoot my penitent engine that's standing in front of you? Fantastic. I am going to move straight into melee with you.
Good point, Leah.
Oh,
When
Also,
does
also,
it
wait,
keep
happen?
another thing.
keep in
Another thing.
mind,
That
it's
that
when
triggers
they're selected, so
when
you
they're
could stop
selected.
them from shooting.
That's true. They can't even shoot you if unless they're firing with pistols for some reason.
Yeah.
That is nuts.
If
That is
if
probably one of the strongest
They,
surges
they
in the
should
game. If that
probably they
exists.
should probably be changed to
2 command
after
points,
shooting is done.
No,
2 command
that's
points,
whack.
or
Or
after
two
shooting,
That's
CP.
too powerful.
Well, then after shooting is done,
or
you
like
can charge with them,
a
which
unit
is
that has
something
lost
that
1 or more
exists already.
wounds. So,
Strength from conviction.
yep.
Okay, so the fight phase, both turns.
This one
yeah.
is
And it works
so
on
funny.
Battle Sisters, Dominions, novitiates who haven't fought.
It solves
Everyone
a
gets
huge
3
problem.
attacks and AP1 on their. Oh, sorry, 3 attacks, AP1, extra strength and weapons. So basically, it just turns them into having decent melee. Okay.
It pushes them all to
yeah,
4
pretty
1
good.
1. Except for
Honestly, pretty good.
novitiates
Not be
who
a
go to
stratagem?
5 1 1.
That should be built in, but you know.
Yeah, that should be built in. That shouldn't be a stratagem. That should just be the way it is.
Look,
That should be the
this
detachment.
I sympathize with this the same way I made my units for the last thingy, which is yes, Zephyrim should be what I made, but they aren't, so here we are.
Yeah, it should just be that. Okay,
It
well,
should just be built in, but oh well.
okay.
And this
No hiding
actually
from
lights up.
retribution.
Comment on that. It actually makes some of the other enhancements regarding more attacks and advanced shoot and charge good, because now you can have dominions
Normal battle systems
with
have
4
Oh my god.
meltaguns,
Oh my god. the
advanced
stacking
shoot and
potential is
charge,
insane.
and they're all
Okay,
at 4
no
1
hiding
1.
from retribution. That's a basic detection range upgrade.
However, it's a +6, so it's an 18-inch detection range. So that means our multi-meltas can use the full distance instead of 15-inch. So a little bit more niche, but way
Wait,
better than
doesn't-
the base ones.
Doesn't it already have to be? Wait, so hold on. Sorry. Okay, so I'm technically this is okay. I know this is worded a little bit differently. Detection range. You're not making the enemy unit get more detection range itself, right? Because clearly the intention is, this works on when your units are within 18 inches of that unit. It's now targeted. It's within detection range. Can't be hidden. Also, another thing, this is tangential. I feel like infiltrators are going to be really good because of hidden for alpha strike lists. Anyway.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I think it's just spotters, right? Basically.
yeah.
Yeah.
You
I don't
drop
hate that.
you drop Seraphim
bad.
in with the 1 enhancement to strip cover and get +1 to hit.
Oh, yeah,
11 inches
double.
away. And then you spend a command point to mark them, so that way your retributors that are 15, 16, 17 inches away can now actually target them, because they couldn't because they were outside of 12. And now all of a sudden those retributors can just go wham and remove the target, or whatever it is that's shooting.
Yep.
That's good.
Okay.
That's good. That's a good strategy.
I like this stratagem. Reclamation of
Uh,
artifacts.
yes.
Storm, you want to take this one?
Okay. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I think the detachment rule, like the point of the detachment, is a miss. But I like the enhancement and stratagem suites. Those are good. That's my opinion.
I even like the detachment rule.
Yeah, I think the detachment rule just takes a second to get used to, but once you've done that, I
It's
think it's
it is a
pretty.
lot because usually detachment rules are like a small blurb and then have fun, and this one actually has some inputs, which makes the game fun, which is something we need desperately.
This is like an older style detachment, like
Yeah.
eighth, ninth
Okay.
Yeah.
edition.
So one objective
But the
with a
problem is, it
range
reeks
of
of the ninth
a
edition rules bloat.
weird guy and get +1 strength or +2 strength against whatever is on there, I guess.
Multi
Yes.
meltas, multi meltas, strength
Objective
11,
hates.
multi
Objective
Uh,
meltas.
hates.
that's
Strength
sweet.
11. Imagine that. Yeah, anti-tank. Very good. Very important. Good stuff.
I fuck with it.
Unshakable faith. Oh, right. This is what Nanami mentioned.
Minus
So,
1D.
you can do -1 damage. Yeah. Notably, this also combos with um
The improved save by 1 for damage 1
the improved
attacks.
save by 1 because it doesn't say unmodified.
Yes.
It just says 1,
So
which
damage 2
is
attacks now,
1 here.
you save on 2s.
Yes, that's why it's 2 CP probably.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's pretty good
It
at
honestly it makes
making
Celestian
sure.
it makes Hospisax even more durable because you take
Yep.
those
Oh
damage 2
god, don't
attacks
say
that
those
just
words to
whap
me.
into you and you go, "No, actually, that's damage 1 and I save better." So, if there was a bunch of AP 1 damage 2, you're on 3s, AP 0 damage 2, you're on 2s. So you can just say, "No, you don't get to kill my Sacrosanct today."
I like it.
Yep,
And
pretty
same
good.
goes for
Okay.
Insidiance as well, because you're probably running a Magifier with Insidiance at least once with this
All of
detachment.
these, all of these are good stratagems. This is just a really good stratagem
It
suite.
also, you know what
Honestly, I
else it
like
Well,
does?
simple.
last one is just a free deed
It makes any other Feel No Pain unit better because you're no
for
longer
1 unit.
checking the Feel No Pain twice. You only check it
Yes.
once.
Yes. All
Oh,
right.
here's a good one. Here's a good one. Saint's Sacred Path. Command phase, 1 unit. Select one Sacred Deed ability. That Sacred Deed is active for this unit in addition to any other Sacred Deeds. So you can have 4 deeds on 1 unit. So I'm going to go back to the deeds. So you
That's
could,
pretty strong.
on
Pretty
a
strong. But it
single
does cost you
unit
your CP.
of Battle Sisters, have better movement, better invuln, better OC, and the better saves. And you can say, no, you don't get to kill my Battle Sister squad today.
I feel like
Yep.
if you're building a procession of the Sacred Path list, you'd probably bring like a lot of Battle Sisters squads.
Yeah,
Yep, probably. Probably. And
Yeah,
just buff them up. Which
Novitiates
I
too.
like. Again, that's really good. You can bring
I mean, it
novitiates
would make
because the
novitiates
melee
good.
gets good. Yeah.
It would make
Like
Novitiates really good.
sacrosancts are saved by champions of fate stratagems. This is
Okay,
the same with novitiates. So yeah,
I think it's time to rate this.
All right,
same.
let's start with some lore.
All right.
Lore.
No blurbs, unfortunately.
Yeah.
No blurbs, but I do like what it's going for. It's
Yeah,
going for a pilgrimage, do holy deeds, actually do miracles. Well, in a sense, and then get the blessings of the emperor. I like it. I think it makes sense in lore.
yeah, I think it
It could
fits.
go stronger for sure. I think it's a good 4.
Yeah, I would agree. I think it's a 4 as well. I think blurbs would take it to a 5,
Ads.
but
We got hit with
otherwise,
ads.
oh, ads.
God damn it. Okay.
Sorry, guys.
Also, we need to pick this up because it's getting late.
Yeah.
We spent
A long
80
time on
minutes
this
of
one.
these
Maybe for
two. Well,
you.
40 minutes on each of these.
We took
Woof.
40 minutes for defs? Or not defs,
I
sorry,
had to
leers?
wake up. I had to wake up at 6 a.m. last time because of your European time zones.
Well, sucks to suck, huh? That was your choice. You were just a
Sacred
contestant.
Deed to the
You could
Sacred
have
Rites
watched
from
it
ninth,
later.
if I recall.
Like
Some of the
me.
names are the same at least. Yeah, it is very similar to the Sacred Rites detachment from ninth Lear. I don't know if you can hear me. Are ads still active? because I cannot see if the ads are on or not, unfortunately.
Uh, for now, not really. Not, I don't see them right now. Actually,
30
maybe there's a delay.
seconds.
Oh yeah, 30 seconds.
Okay, thank you.
Just okay. Now it's not even giving me an ad. It's just saying commercial break in progress. Cool stuff.
Doot, doot, doot. At least there's no ads. I'm gonna do a kit bash. I'm gonna try and figure out how to. So I have a ton of differently sized magnets.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna try and magnetize my still 10 seconds apparently. I'm gonna try and magnetize my Lehman Russ, and see if I can get that right because I did kind of magnetize it between the battle cannon and exterminator. Funny thing, same as the castigator loadout. I have one that I did that with. We'll see with the other. Okay, my lore take.
Right.
Um, I'm okay. So I don't find anything that's lore unfriendly here, so I can't really drop it too low. I'm just disappointed that there's not as much flavor text, and that's really what I gave the 5-4 last time. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna fall in with you guys, and I'm gonna drop it to a 4.
Yeah, fours across the board.
Okay, nice.
All right,
Balance.
balance.
Uh, okay. I'm sorry. I'm gonna be harsh here. I think there's way too much in here. Like there's stuff that's worded weirdly. There's stuff that like the surge move, for instance. There's stuff that is too powerful. For instance, making all of your army plus one OC. Like I think there's too much like super powered stuff in here for me to believe that it's anything better than like 3. And honestly, I think that it's so the detachment is so Byzantine, and there is so much there is so much in here that is just like I might not be able to see it, but I think that there's gonna be some tournament player somewhere if this were released as a real detachment that figures out how to win every tournament ever with this, and then we get nerfed back to the Stone Age. I'm giving this a 2. I'm sorry.
I think hmm, it definitely needs some cleaning up. There's definitely some stuff that is worded weird, etc. Should be reworded. A bit too strong, so stuff like that. Overall, I like it though. Or I think this is it's again, it's not something GW would give us because it's too strong. But it's something that I think if we would have it, if done well, and if you make some minor modifications, it's probably fine. It would probably be just a strong detachment. I would need to see them practice to know how oppressive the OC actually is, because the rest of them don't seem too bad.
Yeah, the OC is the
Yeah,
biggest, strongest ability in that list, I think.
yeah.
Yeah.
I would give it a 3.
Three. I think I'm going to go for a three as well, purely because I think with the amount of sacred deeds, you could probably cut it in half, and the detachment would still be a very good detachment.
Yeah.
Because
The
if we
other
kind
thing
of
about balance,
good.
sorry, the other thing about balance, when we asked for the force disposition, it's disruption. Uh, this is the one of the big problems with that is that it's impossible. It's very hard to properly balance because it's practically random what you're doing, and honestly, I think that's a like you could kill you could delete God in one game with this detachment and
And then
then
never
do
scratch paint
terrible
again.
another one. I mean, honestly, I hate the variability with it. I think that's another reason it's 2 for balance on me. It's
I
just way
I
too variable.
I don't think variability is too much of a thing here actually, because you can just pick one of the sacred deeds to go with at the start, and then have more as you go on.
Because yeah, it doesn't matter what
Getting two
act you
random
complete.
ones is
Disruption
a
though.
choice to just have more rules. But if you go into disruption and see, oh, my opponent is fucking Purge again because everyone plays Purge, then just go with probably OC or probably worse and just pick that and then work your way to getting the other stuff unlocked.
Yeah.
Um, there is the factor that some enhancements get locked in their less optimal states if you cannot actually manage to do one of the holy acts, although they're not too difficult
Yeah.
and synergize with secondaries. And the enhancements do give pretty good benefits if you do complete it, so I think that's a good incentive.
Yeah. Lear also mentions that
Yeah.
it does let you modulate your game plan to accommodate whatever actual mission you get. So it does actually make up for the fact that you have disruption as well, because you can go, okay, I'm playing this time. Well, I need this or this or this to do it. So that's why it's going to stay at a 3 at least for me, because you can still make up for the fact that things are going to get rough. However, that +1 OC army wide,
Busted.
a little
Yeah, it's
bit
pretty strong.
bonkers.
Pretty strong.
A little bit bonkers. Um,
Okay. What about fun? I mean, to be entirely
Five.
honest, I told you I
5.
would I would hate playing this detachment. I'm giving it a 1.
Five.
I hate the way this detachment is designed. I said this before earlier. I said this before earlier. It was mentioned, or I did mention how much I hated the old like Imperial Knight system, where you have to
Mm.
the Imperial Knight system where you have to complete
Mhm.
deeds and the Space Marines combat doctrines. Like this is, I would hate playing this detachment and having to keep track of practically 2 army rules. And then there's the fact that it's disruption. I hate playing disruption. I would not have fun. I wouldn't feel in control. I wouldn't enjoy playing this detachment at all. I'm sorry, it's a 1 for me.
It buffs the vitiates. 5.
Ugh.
It does make Nivishis good. That is a good
It's
case.
that easy. It's that easy.
I'm gonna change mine to 4 actually. I think it could be a lot of fun. I think a lot of the fun for me would come from running the Dogmata and having OC4 battle sisters that
Yeah.
save on 2s against damage 1. Um, and just saying,
Pretty good.
no,
Pretty good.
I'm winning the objective game. You're not winning the objective game. That is my game
Yep.
now. And just,
This would be even more powerful if it had taken hold.
Yeah, I think it's fine for yeah,
it'd
because
be nuts
then
at
it would be
taking
just
hold.
too
It's a good thing
powerful.
it's not taking
I
hold
think
because the
it's
balance would be a
good for
lot.
disruption because you can just you have a list of options to go through for what you need on the random gambling fucking disposition that you have.
Yeah, Lear doesn't
All
like the
right,
detachment
I
either,
digress.
Primal.
I
Alright,
digress. Y'all
Okay,
don't like
name
fun.
name.
Name.
Procession of the
a
Sacred
name.
Path. A name by a name. Fuck.
Uh,
I think I have to give it a 3 now
yeah,
because of that.
yeah. It's very unique and it describes pretty well what is gonna happen in the game. I like
I
its three.
mean,
It is a bit verbose. However, I think that's
yeah.
fine because it's sisters.
Yeah,
I
we
think
have some verbose stuff.
yeah. Well,
Okay, I like things. I mean, obviously, you know my style of sisters. It's very brutal.
yep.
It's
Mm-hmm.
the kind of vibe that I like to go for. You know, that's why I have like that dark black backdrop on all the proper photos I take, and I have the
Mm-hmm.
mud bases. But I mean, that isn't to say that I don't like more things that lean more into the holy aspect, because like that's the point of I like the ecclesiarchy. It's the point of it's a big point of the army. Um, so procession of the sacred path. It's too long. I think it should be shorter. I don't hate it. It doesn't sound totally like it doesn't sound like something a 13-year-old would name a detachment. Like that's something I'm kind of looking for. I'm like, does this sound like something a kid would name something, or does it sound like something GW would release? And it's kind of in between. It's too long for GW, but it's not stupid enough for a kid. So I'm gonna go with 2.
2.
Hmm.
Okay,
I know why
so
you don't like
overall,
the detachments. They don't buff penitence.
maybe that could be it. All right. Okay. So for lore, all of us gave it a 4. For balance, I did a 2. You guys did 3. Fun, I was 1. Storm was 5. Saber was 4. Name, I did 2, you 2 did 3.
Yep.
Yep.
Cool.
Alrighty.
All right.
We have
Looks like your
Zeal
pick,
and
then.
Def left. Who will be next and who will be last? I think both of them are in the chat right now too.
Zeal is in the chat for sure.
Yeah.
So
Zeal's is also fairly long, so we'll see how quickly we can get through his. All right, let's see what Zeal has for us. Arabella's Chosen, 3 detachment
okay.
points.
Oh, Sacred Rose.
Sacred
Who is
Rose.
Arabella? Oh, okay.
She is the
Come
Sacred Rose
on.
Saint.
Oh my God, this is the one that swaps Miracle Dice for prayers.
Yes, Prayer Generation.
Jesus Christ.
Each time a model kills a unit, generates 2. Each time a unit is destroyed, generates 2. You gain a corresponding bonus, which is on a later table, equal to your current prayer level. If you spend enough prayers to go down, a bonus bracket takes at the end of the phase. All the stuff that uses Miracle Dice, that spends Miracle Dice, spends prayers instead. Cherub's ability will reroll 1 dice for advance battle
let's
charge.
make the army roll into something that actually works, huh?
The thing is, the great thing with the cherub is reroll 1 dice in a charge roll. You roll your 2 dice, you see, a 5 and a 1, and you reroll the 1. You don't. Granted, the things that have cherubs don't really want to get into melee, but
Yeah.
reroll a damage roll for Retributors. You have 2 cherubs, 2 damage rerolls for a Melta squad is massive. And also, for basic battle scissors, re-rolling a dice on a battle shock test for anything that causes it. You'll see why that's very important later. Simulacrums generate a prayer point on a 4 up. So, prayer points and their respective bonus. So it goes from 3 to 20. A bit verbose, but let's work through it. So, prayer of resolve. We have a little mini prayer that Zeal has given us. Before the swollen gaze of the dark eye, do I stand? I hold for he who long ago sacrificed for man. I will yield no ground, I shall take no step back. In his name and for his will, I will never surrender. +1 OC and leadership, army-wide immediately. So,
Oh my God, again.
we are already making ourselves the best army in the game.
You know
Discarding
what?
prayers is funny. Yes,
I welcome it. We need action monkeys. GW said, you're not gonna punch anyone. Do action monkeys. Give us the OC. We don't have OC otherwise, actually. We have Battle Sisters and Sacrosanct sometimes.
Yep.
Actually, in this one, this just gives the normal Sacrosanct bullshit and just buffs normal systems.
Yes. And everybody is a 6-up leadership minimum.
Yes. Which should be the normal, but
and you know what's really good? As you keep going, you have all the effects. I think. Do you have all the effects of the previous ones? Hold on.
It should. Yes.
I
believe
yes.
so.
No, you gain the corresponding bonus equal to your current prayer level. So you only get the one that you're in currently. So you have to stay between 3 to 5 prayer to have +1 OC in leadership, which is hard. So yeah.
That is, but that means you gotta spend the shit, I guess.
Yeah. That means you're bringing a lot of Palatines, you're bringing Vol, and you're bringing Palatines? Hospisacs.
Hospisacs, yeah.
Okay, number 5, Prayer of Safe Travel. So at least 5, less than 7, so 5 to 6. O Eternal Emperor, who alone watches us, and who rules the tides and storms, be compassionate to your servants, preserve us from the perils of the warp, that we may be safeguarded to the domain of men. +1 movement, army-wide. So that's pretty solid. That's similar to animes, anemones, acetone, whatever you want to call them. So pretty solid, pretty decent, pretty okay. Next one, 6 up, feel no pain. Prayer of the Emperor's Light. Take heed, ye who have surrendered to the darkness. We shall be unbowed and unbroken, for where there is darkness, his light shall shine, and the darkness shall retreat. So that's pretty good. That's basically everybody's within range of Kathy ability. I fuck with it. Greater delta between this and the next one, though, 7 to 10. Is it a greater delta? Yes, it is a greater delta. There is 3 between instead of 2 between. The next one, 10. Now, this one is really, really good because it's army wide. Prayer of the Emperor's will. Take succor in his strength, steel thy soul with his word, armor thy personage in faith to he, arm thyself with his will. +1 to hit and wound. Army wide.
Very good. Very good.
Army wide. You don't have to worry about being hurt at all. Everything is +1 to hit and wound.
Yep. Never take it, Minister and Priest again.
No, you don't. You don't.
Never take
You
him
don't
again.
need retributors don't need a revenge target. They can just go, okay, well,
Fuck you.
the
Although
the
by the
prayers are
time you get
praying.
to 10, you probably already have targets.
Yes. Well, and also remember, you get 2 every time you kill something. So you, as the moment you start killing things, you push yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And then things start happening. At 15 to 19, bad things happen. Everything must take a battleshock test at -1, and you take D6 mortal wounds each time you fail. It's the start of each phase, too. So, prayer of the martyr, pierce my flesh, break my bones, take my life. These matter not. In my sacrifice, ye of the dark god shall know defeat, for even in death shall we be triumphant in his name.
Why?
Getting too carried away with
You'll
being a
see.
martyr, right? Because the next thing, prayer of great reward. We who have bled shall be redeemed, we who have fallen shall be exalted, we who have sacrificed shall be rewarded, and we who have died shall be avenged. Once per game, the first time the first player reaches 20 points, Adeptus Sororitas gain a 4-up invuln and the ability to reroll both hits and wounds until the end of the battle round. So the first time
Okay,
you
that is
hit that,
busted.
you just have a round where you have the best WA in the world because everybody died. There's like 6 girls left, and they're like, no, actually, we're gonna kill all of you this round.
Okay. So my question is, and my problem is here, the way to get there is either by dying or killing stuff.
Yes.
Either of those need to happen at least 10 times to get there.
Yep.
So
Or
if you
5 of
kill
each.
5 things and die, and five of your things die, you're probably in battle round 3.
What if you just bring a bunch of penitent engines and mortifiers,
And
and then
Archivigilants
Guess
and
you
launch
can
them
just throw
forward.
them forward, yeah.
and you just march them up, and you intend for them to die, and then once you do that, you do enough killing on your own end with like retributors, that kind of thing. You get to 20, and you just basically press the auto win button.
Yep. You need to be in good
Yeah.
position
would
for this though,
suck.
because if you're out of position for prayer of great reward and you can't capitalize on it, because it's till the end of the battle round.
Yeah.
If you go second and you complete it, or actually no, hold on. If you go first in the round and you complete it in the latter half of the round in your opponent's turn, you do not get to benefit from this. Because let's say you're at, 19 prayer points and they kill one of your units. Sure, the rest of your stuff has a 4-up invuln, but now you don't get the main offensive clapback. And by the point that you've reached that point, that 4-up invuln might be helpful, but it's not that groundbreaking when you just don't get to capitalize on the fact that you are kind of insane right now. You need to go first and complete this in your turn and immediately. The ideal situation is you're at 19, command phase starts, and a single unit dies from the prayer of the martyr.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So this is going to require a lot of fine control. You need to be a very skilled player to make use of this detachment, I think.
So this is another one of those things where, again, very skilled player makes use of this detachment, but then imagine this detachment going to tournaments, and imagine like Top Sisters player figures this out. Again, I know someone kind of lampshaded this earlier. They were like, "Haha, Sisters player doesn't want thing to be strong because they know it'll get us nerfed." What would GW do if Sisters players just started showing up to tournaments and auto winning by figuring out exactly what the optimal strategy is with this?
Uh,
I
I
increase our
mean,
points is the real answer.
yeah,
yeah. So
probably.
honestly,
Might have.
I think if this detachment were real, it would make our army even worse because GW would do that.
While
Yeah, I
true, I
guess,
do
but
think
I don't think
casually,
I
it's a
don't
great
like
detachment
I don't
so
like
far.
holding against homebrew detachments that they're too unique and too strong, and GW will see the tournaments and go like, "Whoa, this is too strong, nerf to the ground."
Yep.
I don't think that should be held against. This is fun. I like
It's
this.
okay. In my opinion, it's too good in tournaments and too bad casually, and it's in this like awkward spot where you again have the worst of both worlds because it's too strong at tournaments and it's gonna get us nerfed and be unfair, unfun for other players, and then it's too bad casually because it's so hard to take advantage of. I don't like that. That's not a good spot for a detachment to be in my opinion. That's not very fun.
All right, let's see the stratagem. Oh, enhancements first, I guess. Field support, 15 points. Sororitas model only. While this model is using the Sororitas unit, add a Cherub and Simulacrum to the unit, even if the unit already has those abilities. So Cherub on Insidiance for, reroll one on the charge. Um,
Hmm.
Note, a battle sister will be able to roll 2 Simulacrums for each objective they control. If a unit is currently touching 2 objectives, it will be able to roll 4 Simulacrums. In the case of dividing a unit using an emulator, a player may allocate both the extra Simulacrum and Cherub as they
Holy
please.
fuck!
Yeah, so remember how we were talking about trying to get to 20 prayer points or whatever it
You're
was?
there.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah,
there.
you got it. You got
So
it.
so now what I'm starting to think, because before I hadn't seen the enhancements, now what I'm starting to think is you do this, and it's now way easier to do that because you can roll for 4 simulacra, and then didn't they say also, um, like you get a prayer point to 4 up. You get 4 chances for a 4 up every what time your command phase rolls around.
Yeah, wait until you see
Again,
the other enhancements, though.
it's just it's too easy to get to 20, and now it's even more powerful, and it's just like imagine playing against this and you reach battle round 3 and you're doing like okay, you're in a close-ish game, you're kind of brawling with your opponent, and then you're the sisters player and we're already an army that is all 5 battle rounds trying to hold out. um you the sisters player is like, okay, I made it to 20 prayer points, I am going to delete your entire army now, GG. That would suck. That's not fun for either player.
I think the funnier thing is in. I mean, yeah, I guess to that end, yeah, it could. Um, but we'll just have to rate it kind of not that great on balance, but that's okay. Um, Censor of the Sacred Rose, Dialogus or Magifier model only. While this model is using a unit, at the end of your command phase, you can spend 1 to 3 prayer points to bring back models to the unit. For each point spent, one model comes back. So, a Magifier Hospitaller without the Feel No Pain is my thought.
Up for up, woo! Insidious, woo! Insidious sacks.
Hurrah.
That's what I
Insane
will call them.
sex.
That's what I will call them once they are mine.
Yeah,
This is what's this? 205. Cool.
205 points. Yeah,
Cool.
I'd
Yep.
I'd shell out 205
205
points
for
for
Insidious
rezzing
Once
sacks.
per
3
game.
Insidiants a turn.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm kind of skipping ahead looking at Miracle in the Making.
Miracle in the yeah, that's the one I'm talking about.
So
That's the
Yeah.
one that
Okay.
gets
imagine having
really silly
imagine
really
having
quick.
20 prayer points, and you have a Palatine with lethal hits and the mortal thing, and it's like, okay, I have +1 attack, +1 strength.
24 attacks at
I'm
strength
gonna give you 24 attacks
24
at
at
strength.
AP 3 damage 3.
Yeah.
I like it. Delete God. It should be allowed. We
No.
should. We should be allowed to
This is
delete God.
ridiculous.
I'm on Zeal's
I
side.
brought this up to Zeal because he was talking to me about it like initially when he sent it to me. He's like, "Hey, is there any big holes or whatever?" And I go, "Oh, by the way, Miracle in the Making. It was stronger before, by the way.
It, it
But
What?
scales a bit.
you
What did
kill
it do?
God with it.
Oh my god.
Did it
You
also do
kill
damage?
God. Yeah, it's damage 3, and deal 24 mortal wounds. Wait until you see the stratagems too. Because keep in mind, if you're at 20, remember
Wait until you
going
spend
going
another
down.
prayer point and do the mortals from the fucking Rage of the Righteous or whatever. The
Yeah,
fuck
you
is
spend
called.
one. You
get the
spend
army.
one miracle point or one prayer point. Then you spend the remaining ones. And remember, you're not capped at 20. If you exceed 20, you can still spend more than 20.
This
They probably
detachment would
wouldn't.
get the army nerfed into, like, I'm not even going to say the Stone Age anymore. We're going back to the Precambrian with this one.
Back to the
Uh,
before we evolved and walk
hey,
on land.
Anomalocaris could have his detachments with the Sacred Beastmen. Okay,
Maybe.
last one. Light of Saint Agnaisa? Agnesha.
Agnetha?
I think that's.
Agnesha?
I think it's
I don't
Agnetha. I think.
He's Portuguese. Who
Anemone.
knows?
Yeah.
At the start of your
Anemone.
shooting or charge phase, the bearer can select up to 3 enemy units within 24 inches and visible. Each time one of those units is destroyed, gain an extra prayer point. If not all marked, okay. So, Emperor's Children. What is it called? That one detachment where you have to call how many kills you
Thank
get.
you, thank you, Zeal, for saying bruh. Primal doesn't like your detachment. I'm sorry, Zeal. Keeping. At least you didn't make an Argent Shroud, because I know that Primal hates Argent Shroud the most out of every single detachment. But that's a side tangent. We don't need to talk about
Imagine if you made Argent Shroud and Primal
just to rage
fucking
bait, just to
scores
rage
it
bait
down.
Primal.
Crazy. Yes. Today I will make a detachment. I will make a detachment that it's Argent Shroud themed and it removes miracle dice. Yes.
It would just be a jump pack detachment that gives 6-inch
Oh,
these
it's
dice
nothing
to
you being
everything.
Portuguese. Okay, that.
I have nothing. I have nothing against jump. I have nothing against jump packs. I just think Saint Celestine specifically is a little boring. That's all.
She's
Wait
she's a
till
martyred
wait
lady.
until we wait until we
Yeah,
get a generic living saint.
it's not because I hate Saint Celestine the character. I just think her model isn't really as inspiring as
It
some of
is
the other
our
stuff we have.
oldest plastic model.
Yeah, it really suffers a lot from that. I think I would really light up on Saint Celestine if they came up with a new
Have you seen
Saint
her old one?
Celestine model.
Her metal one?
Yeah, have
Oh
it.
God, yeah.
All right, stratagems.
Okay.
Yes.
Agnethia is an actual relic from. Okay, so that's actually a
That
good
tracks.
lore point. That is a real relic that Zeal pulled for us. And the
I am
Censer of the Sacred
definitely
Rose is
rating this.
also
I am
a real
definitely
relic.
rating this the highest on lore.
Yeah, he's done
I love like
amazing
The
for the
prayers are
flavor, the
good at the
prayers, the lore.
stratagem. Okay,
Beautiful.
faith and
I love that.
duty. Once per game, command phase. Why are we doing once per game stratagems? That doesn't. I don't think that's a thing. But
They do have
I
those in
digress.
combat patrol.
The what's it called is once per game.
Karsk's Gunners
Insane
has
bravery.
one, which is no. Karsk's Gunners in combat patrol. It's the old guard combat patrol. There is a stratagem in there which is the enemy literally is not allowed to declare charges for a battle round.
That's insane.
You declared at the start
I
of the
guess.
battle round
I mean,
-1 to hit, minus 1 to hit, minus 3 inches from movement, and you can't charge me for a battle round. It's nuts.
What?
I guess if detachments can have stratagems that don't fucking do anything, then yeah, they can have a stratagem that only works once. Makes sense.
Once per game.
Censer of the Sacred Rose was stolen from the
Stand up.
Triumph. You're
Stand
so
up.
right, Leah. You're so right.
Yeah, they stole the Censer back from the Triumph, actually.
Fucking
I'm
get
sure
thank
there's more
God,
than one
thank God they didn't steal the pizza. I
Uh,
love the pizza.
Who has the plate of like rosebuds? Was that
It's Bloody
Bloody
Rose.
Rose?
that's Bloody
It's
Rose.
Bloody Rose. It's Bloody Rose petals. It's the best. It's the pizza. It's the best.
It's pizza.
Okay.
We
Pri-
get a sigil.
Vicarious Redemption. Oh wait, we didn't even read what it does. Prayer will decrease by 2 stages. Okay. And you may bring 1 destroyed unit and this okay. Old wedding. As
Adds-
close.
Oh,
Yeah.
now we're getting add 4 pizza. Interesting.
Well, that just makes sense. I'm getting
How
one for
fitting.
IKEA.
I don't
know,
get
if-
an
if-
ad because it's my channel.
Sure.
Damn shame.
Yeah.
You cannot be advertised with the Trophast and the Komheim. That's in German.
I do not speak German. Primal does.
I would like to say that I do, but I only took 4 years of high school German. I am learning more in college though. I'm certified biliterate, but I'm not
Bilingual.
like No, biliterate.
Not good at
Yeah,
it.
no, you're
Washington
biliterate,
State
not
seal of
bilingual.
biliteracy. Yeah, pretty much. I have a little medal. It's pretty cool. Wore it at graduation.
That's pretty sweet.
Graduation.
What's the time on the ad?
6 seconds.
40 seconds.
Oh, is it
40.
Oh, it's different per person.
Mine says.
Yeah,
33
it's been
right now.
different for us the whole time.
Oh.
Okay, we're gonna wait
Okay.
for a bit more.
Well, this will be recorded as well.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay. Oh, great. All my yapping in the ad break can be heard. That's amazing.
Yeah, that's okay. That's okay. I think it depends on when you join.
Yeah, I'm getting ads for. I got ads for Domino's first. Now I'm getting Girardelli chocolate.
Fuck, I'm hungry. Okay.
Yeah,
let's
no. I had
wrap
like
this up.
I had
I
like
need
a
to
few.
go
I had
eat.
like a few
I had a
meatballs. That was
really-
it.
We have a
joking.
unique
Okay.
version of Taco Time here. Only this state. It's really good. I got this great.
Faith and
fish taco.
duty.
I wanna say about Faith and Duty. It is the bring something back strat for 1 command point, still once per game, like those are. And it decreases your prayer level by 2 stages. So
Does that
Yikes.
decrease the amount of points you have, or just the stage?
I think it
It
does
says
decrease
example
you down.
10 to 5.
Yeah. So if you have,
But
if
that's
you have,
2 stages.
yeah,
Like stage
and I think
10
yeah.
I think
stage
it brings
5.
you down to that stage to that.
There's 3,
number.
5,
if
7,
you're
10,
at Prayer of
15,
the Emperor's
20.
Will, and you have 10 prayer points, I think it knocks you down to the minimum for the next prayer point level 2 down. So you have 10 prayer points. You go back to the
Doesn't say
start
that.
of Prayer of Safe Travel. Well, it says
It's
you
implied.
get knocked
I
down
think.
from 10 to 5, and you
I
unlock
think
the
that's just the
Prayer
name
of
of
the
the
Emperor's Light
stages.
at 7.
Is it stage 10?
Yes,
Stage-
it's 2 stages. Stage
Yeah.
10.
to stage 5.
You
So
go from
the
stage
stages
10.
are 3
10,
prayers,
7, and
5
5.
prayers, 7, 10, 15, 20.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
it sets
I-
you to that
so-
prayer count.
I think it. I
Yes.
don't know if it does. Zeal,
No,
answer
but
us.
once you have that many prayers, I think that's when that
So
prayer
much of
level
these sound like
unlocks.
they came out of different. Oh yeah, it is different per region. Yeah, that would make sense. Some of these sound like they came out of Horde mode. This would be
Don't
kind
know
of
what
insane
came
in
out of
Horde
Horde
mode. I'm
mode.
not gonna lie. That'd be kind of fire actually. Hold on. But yeah, this is lose that really big squad that is what was the joke? Junith,
Fucking
Sacrosanct
Junit
Hospitaller.
Jesus Christ.
Bring that shit back. Bring it back. You killed it.
Yeah,
Uh
bro.
oh. Bring it back.
That is cool.
It's 1 command point.
I,
too.
I would actually love a reinforcement stratagem. I do like that.
Yeah, that's pretty fire.
For 1 CP, though, I think it's balanced by the fact that you have to drop 2 prayer levels.
Yeah.
Okay.
Vicarious
That's fine. I
Redemption.
think it's okay.
Opponents shooting or
So
fighting
you,
phase.
you get that many prayer points. Okay. So, Vicarious Redemption or whatever. Opponent shooting or fight phase. One of your units that gets selected as targets. Okay,
Oh, this is
so
wordy.
a
Hold on.
different way of taunting. A unit within 6 inches can take the wounds.
You can choose to decrease your prayer level by 1 stage and make the attacking unit use the datasheet of the unit under this effect while rolling for their attacks. So you could use the defensive profile of Sacrosancts and take the damage on Battle Sisters.
I'll tell you one better. A pension. Toughness 7.
Oh my
Have
god.
fun.
Well, no, because that'd be protecting the pension, and you wouldn't protect the pension. You would just say, actually,
no,
you're
no.
attacking the pension.
You get your fucking whatever battle sisters charged. There's a penitent engine within 6 inches. You spend the CP and decrease your prayer level. And then you say, okay, every attack goes to that penitent engine first, and also you're rolling into toughness 7 now.
Oh, it's just worded kind of funky.
Yeah. Make the attacking unit use the datasheet of the unit under this effect, which I think means the one that is
Targeted? Well,
Yes,
the one you
because
target is the one that's being attacked.
fucking.
So the wording on it's a bit wonky. As
I think
Zeal
I
is
know
saying
what
in
he
chat.
meant. He just read it wrong.
Yeah, he said in chat he got lazy.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay, okay, yeah. So okay, yeah. Pension. I think pensions are T6, but still, you can say actually
Yes, they are toughness 6.
your intercessor
Whatever.
bullets. Go deal with the pension now.
Yes.
You wound me on fives now, actually.
When you have fives now, have fun with that. Imagine winning battle sisters on fives. Okay,
Smoke
smoke
rights,
rights.
18-inch lone op.
One unit within 6 inches. Okay, 18-inch level up for yeah, makes sense. Okay,
Yeah. Okay.
sure, I like it. Sure, not
Yeah, okay.
necessarily, not really
It
sisters,
it has a use
but
I don't,
case, but it's
I don't
not
have a ton to
like
say about it. I think it's just fine.
it's surely a stratagem.
This is
It
one of
doesn't
the
really,
stratagems.
it doesn't scream sisters to me because sure. I mean, it's okay.
I think
I
it's supposed
like
to be
it.
like
It's good.
incense smoke is pouring out of the smoke launchers of the vehicles.
Yeah, a better name would make this much better.
Like rites of incense or something.
Not rice, just
Or
incense smokes or whatever,
uh
or something like something with incense would work.
what was
Okay,
the incense they took to baby myrrh? Frankincense and myrrh were the two incenses, right? Whatever, it doesn't
what?
matter.
Whatever. Prioris purging. Love Prioris. Love alliteration. Good job, Zeal.
Okay.
Um, one unit reroll hits and wound one, or get full rerolls if you. Yeah. Okay. Sure. Yeah.
That's strong.
You know what that does? That makes Paragon Warsuits good on their own.
Yeah, you don't need more Vol anymore. Just pay some prayers.
Hell yeah.
But then
Face of
again, like
Neos.
I think if
If
you're
you'll
playing
farm
this
the fuck out
army
of.
realistically, what you're gonna do is you're just gonna save all your prayers,
Oh, wait a
maximize
minute.
everything, and then
Wait
your
a minute.
whole army gets to reroll those.
Faith and duty, you can bring back Valgons.
Yeah.
Yeah. So here's what I'm thinking. If you're I would say normally that Prior is purging, which again, a bit of a weird name, but oh
Priors are
oh
special
special
sacred rose
sacred rose
squad
squad. Okay, that's
heavens.
cool. That's cool, but it's still an awkward name. I think. Whatever. I don't think English is Zeal's native language. Benefit of the doubt.
True, true,
Um.
true.
Okay. So here's what I'm thinking. Normally, Prioris Purging would be a very good stratagem because it's like, okay, you get full hit wound rerolls, that's super strong. But I think if you're playing this detachment, what you're going to do instead of that is just stack up all your prayers and then have your entire army do that for a battle round. So I can't really see this getting used all that
Well,
often because I don't
remember,
think you
you
would.
can use it before then because it decreases stage by 1. So if you think that you're not able to reach 20 in a reasonable time, you pop some of
Sure.
I
these,
guess you can. I guess you
decrease
can bail out.
yourself, and bail. Exactly.
Eh.
A lot of
I
these
guess
decrease you
so.
by stages, so they're safety nets in case you're like, okay, I'm not going to be able to hit 20 this round, and I'm going to sit at, 17 for
And you
more
need to do battle
than
shocks
a
every phase,
round.
and you get fucked up. Yeah.
Yeah, because it's
Yeah.
your
Yeah, I
phase
can see that
and your
because
opponent's phase.
you're only dropping like what?
That's
Usually around 3.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That spot is good to game design. I do
I mean,
like that.
I still
It's
think
not
I think it could be useful.
good for 40k, but it's good. Like it's smart. I like it. Okay, Zealous
Zealous
Assault
Assault.
because Zeal. Haha. One unit within 3 inches of enemy units. Oh my god, Celestial Incidents mentioned in a fucking stratagem. Imagine that.
or within 6. Your unit now declares a charge that targets one or more of those enemy units, and you resolve that charge. You can choose to decrease your prayer by 1 to gain a charge bonus.
Okay, so hello. What the fuck are you called, Dark Angels? Welcome to Sisters.
Yeah. Doesn't Teal also play Dark Angels?
I'm not sure,
Yeah, he does. He does play
but
Dark Angels.
but this is that. Fight first.
What is the charge bonus? It's just charge bonus.
Yeah,
Yeah, so it
it's
fights first.
fight first.
Hmm.
I fuck
Do we
with
want to
that.
rate?
It's limited to 6 inches.
Yeah, 6 inches. I think it's fine. It's fine, Zeal.
Fret not.
So Yeah, I think it's good because it's not a fucking lion charging at them through a wall. It's just some Insidians or Sacrosanct, which is
Well,
strong still, but it's not OP, so I don't hate it.
so what's interesting that I've noticed about a lot of this is
Oh
so
yeah,
it's a bad detachment rule and then a good stratagem suite balance wise. That's what I've been noticing from the last two.
Yeah, this thing really requires you to have a strong understanding of what the detachment is doing because it is replacing
Totally.
your army rule. You're basically playing a different game,
Right.
yeah, yeah.
which I think is
Okay,
fun, is fine, is cool, but something to
last
consider.
one, real quick.
Yep.
Uh, reactive move. Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, makes sense. Cool.
Spend
All
some
right.
prayer, move 7 guaranteed.
Yeah, 7 is a weird number for this. I would just say 6. Or is this a weird inside joke, Zeal? If yes, then fuck you. If no, then whatever. Okay. Let's rate
Lore 5 for me
lore.
immediately. I just it can't
Yeah.
be anything but 5,
Unquestionably.
I think.
I
This
have
is outstanding
to
lore.
I have to duck a point because it's Sacred Rose and not Goated Bloody Rose. So
Hey,
it's
Oh,
a
come
4.
on. Sacred Rose is cool.
It's a
This lore is
oh,
4.
up to
amazing.
7 cuz yeah.
Imagine painting white and
Well,
not
actually,
No,
you
I
paint
red.
gray.
I love
You
that.
paint
Imagine
gray and you highlight
imagine
white.
looking the same as I do after a battle, except I always look like I'm after a battle, and everyone knows when you're a newbie. It's a 4. I
SMH
cannot
my
Okay.
head.
I cannot let it
SMH my
go.
head.
If
I'm gonna give you guys three
Primal
guesses
can
while I'm
have
giving us some balance.
You're gonna have us go first, or are you having
yeah.
us guess what you're doing for balance?
No, it's one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well, we know
I'm
that.
pretty sure I said this
You did.
already.
I'll give it a 2 because I'm nice. And because I
Okay,
I'm
ducked a
fair enough.
point earlier.
I'm gonna say I think if you understand how this works, I think it has a strong internal balance. Externally
Oh yeah,
Okay.
okay.
of
Actually,
whatever.
hold on. Let me
It
think
is a
about this
very
again.
strong internal balance because it regulates itself. It has a high
That's
skill
It
true.
does.
expression,
It does.
and even if you're just picking it up for the first time, if as long as you've read what everything does, you can still bail yourself out and not get screwed over by not understanding it entirely.
Okay, so I actually do agree with that. I think the internal balance, like if I'm looking for positives here, I
Yeah.
think the internal balance is
Superb.
From a
there are some
game
good things you could
design
say about it.
from a
I'm
game
just so
design
worried about
perspective,
the external balance that I'm giving it the one.
I'm gonna give it a 4
Oh,
actually.
Zeal thinks I don't understand.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay, okay, okay,
All right, let's see this.
okay.
Well,
I
I'm gonna
agree.
read
Yes, it's
Zeal's comments
balanced.
after we rate it.
It's balanced within itself pretty well
Saber, what are you giving it?
because
I give it
it
a 4.
replaces it,
Oh,
it
okay.
replaces Miracle Dice, so it's automatically goated, and also gives plus on OC and
Yeah,
leadership,
only
which is
because you guys. The
automatically
only
goated.
reason I swear, the only reason you guys hate Miracle Dice is because you guys live in a toxic environment where your opponents whine about Miracle Dice all the time.
I
It's
don't
no,
hate
no, no, no.
Miracle Dice,
They
but people
don't
whine about it to
whine
no
about
avail
it all the
anyways.
time. People whine about it. That's
I've
one
never
thing.
seen anyone. I've been
Sometimes,
playing Sisters for like about a year now.
other times,
Never seen anyone complain about Miracle Dice. Not once. It's never happened to me.
there are two options. Either people complain about it, or you fucking lose because your miracle dice haven't existed the whole game and they haven't had anything to complain about.
Mm,
Or they are normal people and realize that miracle dice
Sacred
aren't the
Rose thing
thing
is
they
to
had
adapt
to
to
be
every
afraid of.
situation during the
Anyway,
battle. I want to emulate it. Yeah, I do really like how flavored this is into Sacred Rose, especially. I think it really hits
100%.
what they are, because a big thing I think their thing in ninth was that they just could not fail Battle Shock, if I recall. Like
Yeah,
they could not fail Battle Shock. They were always
I would give
calm.
this. I would give this a 6 out of 5. Like, okay, I've told you how much I hate it mechanically, but I would give this a 6 out of 5 if I could on lore
I'll let you
because
do
I
I'll let you give it a
love
6
people
out
who
of
tie
5 for
stuff to
lore
lore.
because Zeal
2 or
did do
3
it.
on balance. Let's give Zeal his points.
So
Yeah,
3 on
one
balance.
one
Zeal can
three
have a pity
four.
point to balance out how low I'm gonna rate it on balance and fun.
Yeah. All right. Fun. I
Fun.
think if I understood this well, I think I would have a ton of fun with this
I agree.
detachment. It
I
would
agree.
require a lot of effort to get there, so I'm gonna give it a 4.
It's the usual sisters fucking your mind is so taxed because you're looking at every single angle and how not to fuck up and lose. So it fits
Yes.
that scheme pretty well because you're already doing that. So now you're just
Nothing changes.
balancing
Yeah.
points. Nothing changes, nothing's new. So yeah, 5. I think it's fun. I think it's very fun.
All right, Primal.
Okay.
Also
You did.
mentions
What did you do
ingredients.
for fun, Saber?
I gave it a 4.
Okay. So this is. I'm gonna sit here and justify it to explain to you why I'm rating it where I am.
Oh god.
So I I really like Miracle Dice. I think they're a really good. I think they're a really good army rule. I think that they're very iconic. And I think that they're just a lot of fun to work with. I like Miracle Dice. Um, so first of all, getting rid of it is already a negative point in my eyes. I wouldn't want to do that. So having to basically relearn, like you're undoing the army rule practically, and then other problems with this detachment are I just think that it's too much to wrap your head around.
Mm.
Like normally with a regular detachment it'd be like a basic game plan, like okay, I'm playing Penitent Host, here are some strategies I'm going to do with Penitent Host, here are like the kind of units I would want to bring. This
Strategy
is
in Penitent
practically a
Host.
completely different army, and I don't like the idea of having to sit down and learn a completely different playstyle, completely different army, for something that I think already breaks a lot of things in Sisters.
That's why
Um,
I docked it a
so
point. Yeah.
yeah, I don't really like that. I think that so similar to the procession of the Sacred Path. I think that it tries to be too ambitious and it does too much, because this isn't a detachment, this is a bolt on to your army rule, which is the same problem I had about the procession of the Sacred Path.
Hmm.
So I think, like, honestly, like if there were 4 DP detachments, that would be this, because it's basically like, I don't know. I don't like. I know it's flavored as like prayers and that kind of thing, but I mean, Lear just brought it up in the chat. I'm not getting super strong sisters vibes. Like generating prayers by killing and destroying things is a little, like, that's just weird lore wise. Miracle Dice makes sense because like the Emperor's interceding in this little way here or there because the Gestalt faith. Um, but like I don't like the idea of like spending prayers and then generating prayers from killing and destroying things. It gives me weird vibes. I'm not going to be playing this detachment thinking, oh, my sisters are doing cool things. Hard to imagine. And that's where a lot of the fun factor is. I like to imagine what's going on in the tabletop, and it just
Mm.
feels a little clunky and disconnected. So for all of those reasons altogether, I have to honestly, I wouldn't have fun with this detachment. And then also there's the fact that it's explicitly Sacred Rose. So unless you're playing Sacred Rose, you lose that fun bit of lore as well. So yeah, I'm dropping it down to. I mean, honestly, because I feel a little bit bad about rating it 1 because like there are, I can see how it was intended to be fun, and I can see where the intention is, but it's just the execution doesn't line up in a way I'm satisfied with. I'm sorry.
R.I.P. Zeal.
R.I.P.
So you
Okay.
went with a 1?
All right.
Yeah, I'm
Name
going with 1 on balance
Name.
and fun.
Um, I'm gonna go with a
Peak.
3
Yeah,
because
me
yeah,
too.
3.
it
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 is.
it describes the
It's a
people.
Sacred Rose detachment. Call it a Sacred Rose detachment. Arabella's chosen. Perfect. There you go.
You know who it is. You know what you're getting. It describes the people that are fighting. It is Arabella's chosen, and it name drops Arabella
Name drops are and Insidians. Look at that.
and name drops Insidians. Yeah, even if they're spelled incorrectly,
I
but
do
that's
like
okay.
that. I do like that.
I
Okay.
think I think it has to be a 3 for name for me.
All right.
Actually, before I do my
Yes, they
final
are
rating,
spelled
I want to
incorrectly.
hear Zeal's argument for why I should
Insidian.
rate it higher on balance.
Wow, we're doing this now, huh?
Okay, I want to
Wait,
be nice.
let me
I want to be nice.
before he does that, let me read his comments that he made on the document. Okay,
Okay.
Oh,
so final note. Um, he mentions that he doesn't like Miracle Dice. His favorite
Okay.
detachment in the game is Coterie of the Conceited, and his favorite
Okay.
army rule is Dark Pacts. The
Gotcha.
detachment was made with 10th in mind. This isn't too delved into 11th. It transfers over a little bit
Yeah,
okay.
it's fine.
He said he wanted to replace the army rule while keeping the Sisters of Battle late game power, and resource management being one of the most important skills of Sisters, because that's what Sisters are so built around. He said he felt
Okay, I
like
can see that.
MD has a very low floor and ceiling, and they could be a lot stronger and like require more skill. So he wants it to be more skill based.
Okay.
He decided to make
So
something
so the intention's a more skill-based army rule, less
more,
variable. Okay.
yes, more skill based gameplay. Um,
Resource management being a big theme.
yeah, he said to make something that
That
needs to be
makes sense.
kept in
That makes
mind
sense.
during the whole game. Reward planning and decision making while still giving you room to be aggressive in exchange for your ability to be stronger later. So touching back on again on that late game stuff. He mentions that the Order of the Sacred Rose is his favorite sister order, and he thinks the tactical gameplay required from the detachment matches very well with their way of battle, while at the same time the system tries to reflect how zealous they are, even compared to other orders, and how their faith in the Emperor manifests. So, like, you know how you don't like how Argent Shroud is like the silent tactical? Um,
Yes, that's my problem with him.
Sacred Rose is the I'm singing, I'm tactical, and quite frankly, you're dying anyways.
That's what I
Um,
mean. I think Sacred Rose is just Sacred Rose is like, you know that meme which is like Daniel, the cooler Daniel,
yeah,
Argent Shroud, the cooler Argent Shroud. Sacred
yeah,
Rose is everything Argent Shroud wishes it was, in my opinion.
yeah. Some of his
You're gonna make me
inspirations.
paint my sister's Argent Shroud just to spite you.
You should paint like a squad of Seraphim like that.
They're
Uh,
just
Also,
gonna look good.
some of his inspiration will
I
make
don't
each
hate jump
part.
packs. That's not true.
Well, but Argent Shroud uses a lot of jump packs, is why I'm saying that.
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
What's it called? Some of his aspirations, Miracle in the Making, came pretty much how people tend to like to through suffering strength. He wanted a once per game super through suffering strength. Real season with 20 prayer points will never happen in a normal game, even if it's possible to make sure you don't lose so many buffs amounts about we used about 3, 5, 7 brackets ago and kill something scary. Yeah, I agree with him there. You realistically won't use that enhancement to go kill something uh, that's with a 24 attacks because quite frankly by that point you've already won the game. You're just rubbing it in. That's all you're doing. Um,
Well, on the other hand, it's so easy to stack up prayers because of the enhancements.
but you
Um,
spend them
like,
like crazy to use your
but you don't have to is the thing. You can
yeah.
get to a point. You can sit there and stockpile 20 prayers relatively easily. So actually, let's go back to the army rule. Could you show me or detachment rule or army rule? I guess now because it does replace it. Could we let's see that on this stream.
Yep.
Okay. So here is what I'm thinking. Each time a unit is destroyed, it generates 2 prayers. So yeah, so Lear just said in the chat, it's 3 battle sisters and 3 immolators or 18 prayer points if you killed. Sure, your opponent can manipulate how many you have by not killing your units. That's also that just bonuses you as well, or benefits you as well. And also, like, people are.
And
I
also
don't
if
know
you
if they're gonna
bare
keep units
bones the
against
battle
Kraken
sisters and
all the time.
immolators, it's 210 points I recall for
Yeah.
each combo
So
now instead of 220.
so if you get a combo like that, battle sisters and immolator, that is 4 prayer points if that dies immediately. So then you're starting to bring in things like, and then you're killing their units. That's prayer points. Simulacra. If you put the upgrade on a simulacrum squad, you get 4 opportunities to generate
If
prayer
you're
points
on
for
two
that.
objectives, realistically you're doing two.
It- yeah, exactly.
You just
That's what
sit
I
on
mean.
home.
You have your battle sisters on one and one on home, or no man's land and one on home. Like you could stick a your expansion with that, for instance, and then just be farming miracle dice. Um, Another thing is like it's too easy to generate prayers, and so you can sit there and stockpile prayers, and if you do that, you can get to 20 prayer points. The simulacrum upgrade really is a big problem with this.
At 15
Um,
points.
yeah, so as easy, it's so easy to get because like prayers are way easier to come by here than miracle dice are. So then there's also the fact that like things that again Lear just said it. Um, Lear, you are reading my mind. So another thing is it a lot of the things that require miracle dice, so like Hospitaller upgrades, or as this says, Morven Val's Righteous Repugnance, um, immediately those are already buffed because of how much easier prayers are. So if you're not going to stockpile them completely, and you're not going to hoard your
Yeah,
prayers and
you're
you're going to spend
activating
them,
through suffering strength.
it's a
Or
lot
not
easier to
you're
get them.
acting rapturous every single time.
Okay, sure, but if you try that, the opponent can kill your units. Then you get more prayer points. I'm not sold on the idea. I'm not sold on the idea that stockpiling has enough like punishments. It's too easy to do. There's not enough like disincentivization
Yeah,
to
but even then, it still
stockpile
takes a
them.
lot of skill because if you're not in position to make use of the full rerolls to hit and wound, you've just nothing burgered yourself.
But then again, imagine you go to a tournament and you have a really good player who knows exactly how to work with this because like that's how tournaments are. Someone is going to go to a tournament. Someone is going to figure out how to get like round 2 or 3 20 prayer points, and they're just going to spend the second half of the game, and they're going to bring a lot of sacrificial units because you can just do that. Like you bring 3 penitent engines. That's 6 prayers right there when they die. So you're already like almost halfway there, or actually, sorry, a quarter of the way there just by bringing 3 penitent engines for 2 10 points. Bam, 6 prayers. You just throw them out and sacrifice. Arcoflagellants. I mean, honestly, it would be even more busted if they didn't do the thing where characters are considered part of the unit. This is actually saved by that because then you would be getting 4 prayers for every unit that dies that has a leader attached. Anyway, so it's too easy to stockpile prayers. Someone could go to a tournament and just spend half. It's Kauyon. You would play this like Kauyon. You would just you would go in there,
Shove
play,
chaff.
do some sacrifices, shove chaff, farm miracle dice the first like 1 or 2 rounds, and then or not miracle dice, prayers 1 or 2 rounds, and then yeah, you can spend 1 prayer to get a free 6, which again easier to come by. Um, you're assuming the other. What do you mean? Like the options to stop you, you're kind of screwed either way. Either you let your army just sit there and farm like miracle dice and get board control, or they try to fight you and then bam, prayers. Like okay, either you don't fight them and you start losing your own units and you lose prayers and you're screwing yourself on points, or you do try to fight them, kill their sacrificial units, and then because like penitent engines, if you try to ignore them, will cause havoc. I know this well because I play them all the time. Um, the and you can you and if you do kill them, prayer points, and then again you're farming so many like okay, imagine this. Imagine how because you could bring 20 battle sisters in here, give them their little leader to make the simulacra happen faster. Six simulacrum rolls because only one of them gets the enhancement. 6 simulacrum rolls there. Or actually 5, I think, is the half with it, but still, lots of simulacra, lots of prayers. And then you do that every command phase. It's too easy. Just the bottom line is, it's too easy to get the prayers. You get a tournament player who knows how to perfectly manage that, and then they're just spending half the game like
Zeal brings
Kauyon
up the
on
really
max.
important point is that when you get up high and you're pushing yourself aggressively to get up there, your opponent just pushes you to 20 in a turn where it doesn't matter for you, and now your army rule is just non-existent. But either way, I don't think it's worth debating the balance any further because you're not going to change your mind that it's imbalanced, and we still have other things we need to do as well as a few more comments that Zeal had about some of the reasonings and thoughts behind his other things like his stratagems.
Okay, fair enough. Go ahead then.
Yep. All right. So faith and duty. The stratagem is the res one. Was inspired thinking about Celestine because in lore, when she dies, she has to go find the 2 parts of her soul, faith and duty. I'm pretty sure that's their names. That's what he says there.
That's, that's 56.
Ads.
Yeah.
Ads are different for everybody though, so it's hard to tell who has ads and who doesn't.
Yeah, you can just keep going.
Yeah, we'll keep going. The VOD will be available for anyone who misses it, luckily. And then that's why there's always 2 Gemini superiors with her, which is true. They represent Surge's soul. He came with the resurrection strategy because of that. and makes it drop by 2 stages, so that way it is both the leader and attached unit. He tried to balance making 1 per game. The only iffy thing is that it can't be abused for like 99% of sisters, except for Morven Vol, because, well, it's Morven Vol, and he didn't want to just say, Morven Vol can't be affected because that kind of feels bad. Field support, which is the extra simulacrum, is something he's
We're
always
on an
wanted.
ad, by the
He
way.
says it feels simple. Sorry?
We're on an ad for 45 seconds.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
just different.
It's slightly different per person. But if we keep pausing every time, which is fine, we can have like the mini pause. But trying to be timely for Storm, so Storm can go eat and whatnot. And I also might go eat again as well, because I did not eat a whole lot, and I did not have lunch today either, because work was slamming. I worked for 8 hours without a break and without lunch. It sucked. It was terrible. But I digress. Um, anyways, the field support, it's something he's wanted. He says not that strong, gives you more war gear. I mean, there is the point that you were making there, but it really, really depends on how you use it. I think the extra cherub, is the best part of that personally. He says that he likes it a lot because it made not a lot of sense that cherubs aren't around as much, and they're supposed to be around a lot, delivering ammo and lore or doing whatever. And the fact they're just not really there that often kind of sucks. Also, kind of side note, cool thing in the animation for Sacred Rose, the cherub that's dead, I like to think of that as that cherub was a refunded miracle dice for keeping one more sister alive. Or keeping Ludmilla alive in the crash, because there was one sister that survived that wasn't the leader or the novitiate, and the cherub was no more after that. So
Tragic.
tragic. Anyways,
She was so cool. I was thinking about her when I was painting my Heavy Bolter Retributor, and it was like, God, this is such an awesome model.
I love Retributors. They're so awesome. Lore wise, they're so cool. Anyways, Smoke Rights is
There
he's
is
wanted for the
Storm,
longest
that's culture. Oh, that's more. Sorry.
Oh yeah, he's
Sorry.
got two more small things. Smoke Rights is something he's always wanted in Bringers of Flame. He thinks it fit better there, but at the same time, it's a solid tool that any sister detachment should be able to use. I would agree there. Vicarious Redemption, sorry. He needs to be honest. He loved Lear's unit on the previous event, and he took the idea from there. He wanted to see how he would make a similar ability. To remind ourselves what Vicarious Redemption was, that was the aggro one, so the Sister Oblata from last time. Yep, that is all of Lore's comments in his document he sent to me.
Okay, so just to go over the tally on the. Okay, so all right, lore. I gave it a 6 out of 5 because A, pity point. B, I really like the lore on this. It's awesome. Storm said 4. You said 5.
For Lore, yeah.
Okay, balance. I said 1. Storm said 2. You said 4.
Yep.
You can do mine for 3.
Oh, you want a 3 now? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, fun. I said 1. You said 5. Or Storm said 5. Saber said 4.
Yep.
And everyone said 3 on the name.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty.
Okay.
Finally, for dessert, we have Def. So, the curveball
What
that
an interesting-
nobody expected. Ministorum
not.
Death Cult Retinue.
What?
He also formatted it for us so that way it's
that is
nice
cool.
like the cards, which I think is amazing by him. Thank you, Def. Detachment rule, Death Cult Cross Training. Senior ecclesiarchy figures send their most prized Death Cult assassins secretly to the Officio Assassinorum for limited instruction in exchange for their assistance. Units in this army with the Officio Assassinorum keyword gain the Acts of Faith faction ability and the Adeptus Sororitas faction keyword if they do not have them already. You may include one Officio Assassinorum unit without it counting towards the maximum number of assigned agents you can include. Officio Maximorum units may be purchased at a 5-point discount. So, Miracle Dice on Assassins.
Pretty nice.
Okay.
Alright. Enhancements. We have Death Cult Bodyguards for 65 points. Adeptus Sororitas infantry character model only. Select one Assessio Fashion Infantry datasheet and add 2 models from that datasheet to the bearer's unit. Hold on, what? Wait a minute.
65 points?
Keep reading.
Models as they do not count towards the maximum number of assigned agents you can include. Those models lose the epic hero and character abilities and all abilities, excluding weapon abilities, lose the current invulnerable states and or feel no pain. Okay, so they lose feel no pains, they lose their invulns.
It's just 2 guys with
Oh no,
2
they
sniper
keep feel no
rifles,
pains,
or
they
2
keep their feel no
guys
pain,
with
they keep their invuln, they keep their weapon abilities.
guns.
They don't get their other stuff. So like yeah, the
Yeah.
Vindicator would not have shield breaker, but it would still have like heavy precision dev wounds.
Sniper rifle, yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
I like that actually. I like that a lot. You can just
That is pretty good.
take a lone canoness with her invuln, her 2-up invuln, give her 2 assassins, and when your opponent tries to shoot that unit, you say, actually, get through the canoness first, and you have a 2-up invuln.
That's actually hilarious.
That is so hilarious. She's just standing there. The assassins are using her as cover, apparently. Okay.
I think this is a
Oh,
fun.
wait, hold
this
on,
is
why?
a fun detachment. It's a very wonky one.
Yeah.
They're not characters anymore. They have to go first.
Oh, you're right. They're not characters anymore. You're right.
Yeah.
That's tragic.
Still,
That bodyguard.
on the other hand, that makes the canoness even harder to kill.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or you do a palatine to
course,
give
your
them
canoness gonna
lethals,
cost, like,
or
140
no,
points.
you do a dialogus, so that way you
Right.
can auto 6 dev on the sniper shots, and this is 1 DP, so you pair it with Army
my
of
God.
Faith to double auto 6 dev 2 sniper shots.
12 snipe. Okay, that's crazy.
It only shoots once, but
Shoots once.
Zeal says you lose. Zeal says you lose the abilities of the dialogus.
no.
Wait, what is those models? I thought that was for the
Those
Offensio
models.
Assassinorum infantry.
That is
Yeah,
only the assassins.
that's the agents.
The sister character still keeps it.
Yeah.
That's true. Hospitals revive them.
Oh my
I mean,
god.
I don't hate it too much.
In 11th, they even if the 2 die, you can bring them back anyways. That's funny.
Oh well.
Temple
lessons. This is a very niche detachment.
I mean, yeah, like the
I think
yeah.
wait until you see some of the other stuff this one does. It's pretty silly. Temple lessons.
Have to run the Medica.
Sisters
and then
model.
you can get a keyword for 20 points, which
Okay.
better be good.
Bearer gains
Wait,
Officio Assassin.
question. Does that work? Enhancements are spent after you take units? Because what I'm wondering is,
All right.
if
Yeah,
you
those are-
spend that
I
on
think
is that
plausible-
effectively only 15
I
because
think-
it's 5-point discount?
I think we take it with a grain of salt because balancing something like this is super difficult, and we make standard
true.
assumptions.
Enhancements usually like come after actually like attaching units and mastering your army.
Yeah. Okay, let's see the strats.
Because of exclusions.
All right.
So this doesn't give a discount.
Litany of Fire Correction. An exorcist unit that is selected to shoot. That exorcist unit. Select one unit visible to within 12 inches of a friendly official role model. Your units in range indirect attacks that target may have a ballistic skill of a 3-up and can ignore any or all modifiers to the attack's ballistic skills. So this gets around only hitting on a 4-up. And it lets you ignore stuff like stealth and cover.
Here's the thing, it doesn't.
It doesn't because of the wording that says indirect always hits on a 4-up. Yes, but
One, 1 to 5.
Yeah,
No, in yeah.
Yeah,
U11
spotted
says
it's
1 to
spotted
5
it's
is a
4-up.
miss.
1 through 5 is a miss if nothing sees it. However, this is visible too, so it would be on force. However, I think the intent that Def did was to ignore that anyways and go back to a 3 because otherwise it's a useless stratagem.
Yeah, just reword it to it hits on 3s.
Yeah, say like a hits. Just honestly, just say hits of 3-up always succeed.
Something like that.
That's all you gotta do. But yeah, that's what he's intending off of this. So not a bad strat. I think it's fun. I think it's also a curveball in the assassin book to say actually the exorcist is kind of good here.
I guess, yeah.
Okay, this part is really, really funny. Opaque Incense. Your opponent's shooting phase just after any selected targets one sister's unit from your army that is selected to target one or more attacking units of the attacking unit's attacks. That unit gains the benefit of cover for the rest of their phase And if
Minus
your
one to
unit
hit. Okay.
contains an assassin or is the assassin within 12 inch, re-roll saving throws.
Okay, hear me out. All right. So
Paragon Warsuit and
Canoness, Canoness,
2
two
up
up
invul.
invuln. You have the
No
Officio
die.
Assassinorum connected. You re-roll any ones that you do to save.
Well, the stacks have to go to the assassins because they don't have the character keyword.
Yeah,
But,
they do.
but, um,
Mm,
consider this with the Imagifier.
okay.
Yeah, pretty good.
Twos
Yeah.
re-rolling or fours re-rolling if they have AP. You have cover, so you're at -1 to hit with full re-roll saving throws. You can also use this,
Yep.
because it doesn't specify failed saving throws, you can also use this to force kill a unit if you want to deny a charge.
Yeah, I
This
guess
is
that's
this is
that's
fun.
that's
This
pretty
is a
niche.
fun stratagem.
It's a
Yeah, that's
very
pretty good.
good,
Pretty good.
malleable stratagem. All right,
I
this
like
one
that.
is even better. Incipient buff right here. Sanctified poisons, shooting or fight phase. One sister's
Wait,
unit
I'm sorry to interrupt.
that's eligible to shoot. Huh?
Def brought something up. You
Uh,
can you can pay 20 points for the Officio Assassinorum keyword, which means that if you give your Canoness the Officio Assassinorum keyword, you can use this stratagem on it.
Yeah, because it's a obviously
Because
Yeah,
it's an
but
Officio Assassinorum model.
model within 12. Yeah.
just be within 12. Just stand near it. Just
That's
stand near
true.
an
Yes,
assassin.
but you can.
You have
Yeah,
something to stand near it.
Yeah.
Still cheaper.
that also. Anyway, yes.
Right, but that's what a lot of people
You
do.
can,
They
you
just
can,
bring the
it's good
Canoness.
because you can spread the keyword around because you attach a unit to one and then you also have someone taking up the keyword and then the units themselves. So it's pretty good. Spreads
I
it
mean, the
out
problem
wide.
is you can't taunt with that because you're not running Hallowed Martyrs.
Yeah. You can still tie them
Well,
up. You can say,
okay.
no, you don't get to
Doesn't
leave.
That's totally true.
But
Yeah.
Sanctified Poisons. Until the end of the turn, all weapons equipped by models in your unit have the lethal hits ability. And if your unit contains Officio Assassinorum or is within 12 of one, all weapons equipped by have the anti-infantry 2-up ability. Keep
Okay, that's
in
insane.
mind, lethal hits is optional into 11th.
It is?
Oh,
Okay, cool. Good to know.
Yes, in 11th, if you roll a lethal hit, you don't have to make it lethal if you don't want to. You can choose
Cool.
to roll it now. So, anti-infantry 2-up dev wound insidiance. Anti-infantry 2-up dev wound Astrid and Agathe Celestian Sacrosanct.
I think
Yeah,
you bring
pretty good.
3 squads of Insidiance. Honestly, I
You
would
bring
go
3
so
squads of
far as to
Insidiance,
say.
you bring
Ah.
A and A, and you just kill. I think this stratagem should be 2 command points, and should be
Yeah, I think it's too
anti-infantry
powerful.
4-up, not 2-up. But otherwise, I think it's fine.
Yep.
So
Okay.
I mean, as far as busted things in this, like, I think this is the only thing that's way overtuned
Yes,
on this.
I would agree.
I don't see anything else that is totally busted in here.
The
No.
rest of it I think is pretty good.
Yeah, for
Yeah,
one
this is just too
DP
powerful.
detachment, this is
Absolutely.
amazing, except for Sanctified Poisons.
Did we figure
Yeah,
out?
some good
Yeah, it
stuff.
is. Did we figure out what Did we figure out what the force disposition was on this? Was it listed?
No.
No.
Do we know what
That's
Zeal's force disposition was?
no, it's
Probably
probably
taken hold.
Yeah, I put money on that.
yeah.
Def says recon.
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 Okay.
That makes sense.
I mean, makes
It's
sense.
assassins. It's assassins. Okay, I fuck
like
with that.
that.
I fuck with that.
I like
I
that.
fuck with that.
Makes sense.
Honestly, I think that would be. I think that wouldn't even be bad. I think we
No.
could play recon.
Yeah,
And
probably.
it's also 1 DP, so you can tack this into
Yeah.
other detachments fairly well.
You could do. You could do like.
I think it pairs great with Army of Faith. I think it pairs
True.
pretty damn good with Champions of Faith. And you could
I think
even,
you're right. I think the play, if you're gonna do this, it would be Champions of Faith.
or you do something even funnier, right? You combine this, you combine Orators, and you combine the Celestian one
Army of
that
Faith.
makes Celestians hit on 2s.
Who's Cheese Moon? What is that?
Cheese Moon?
That's me.
What dead horse did I beat?
Zeal's army not being thingy enough. Not being balanced. Or is detachment something that is?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. No,
I
because
Anti
was looking
infantry
up.
if
That's
you
archers.
run the other two 1 DP detachments for the to hit 3 DP, I think you just have a list full of all the Celestians ever and a million characters, and you have a list very good at anti-infantry and really good at, well, killing everything.
I'm gonna say I think this is a really fun detachment.
Anti-infantry Argo priests.
Yep.
Okay, so that's the whole detachment. We've seen it now. The strats.
Yes, this is the whole detachment.
Okay. So do we wanna rate this?
Yeah, let's go ahead and
Yep.
get into that.
Lore.
Okay.
Lore.
I will give it a 5 because it's bringing up a connection that is not explored, and I like it.
Yeah. I
I'm gonna
mean,
go
Maybe
4.
not.
I'm
Maybe
gonna go
not a
4.
5. I mean, no, maybe a
I'm
4.
gonna
Yeah,
go
a
four
4.
too.
Yeah,
I think
let's
it's
yeah,
hitting
4.
something that's not done a lot, as you've said. It's got the
That's
little
good.
blurbs, which is great. Love the little blurbs.
That
That's
is
the best.
really good, actually. I do really like
Oh
that.
yeah.
It's
Wait,
You know
formatted
what?
very nicely.
good gloves.
Um,
Come to think of it,
Good,
I'm gonna
good
be
name.
generous. I'm gonna give it the five because I gave Lear's detachment a five, and it was also formatted like that. And clearly, there was a lot of effort put in here to add lore and
Oh
justifications.
yeah.
I mean, I think some of them are slightly questionable, but honestly, I really like the thought. I think I'm gonna give it a five.
Yep. Okay.
You
Uh,
guys, any
what's
fives or fours
yours?
from you two?
Fours. Fours.
I'm gonna
Okay,
stick with a 4.
gotcha,
For that.
gotcha.
Because I do think it's very inspired, very interesting things. It's done a lot of cool things. Um, but um, some of the assassin stuff with our characters just feels kind of out of place because sisters of battle don't really use stealth and intrigue at
Yeah, we're
all.
kind of more of the. I always imagine Sisters of Battle as this army that like shows up blaring hymns and flinging exorcist rockets at you, and like it's very bombastic
Brazen.
and kind of filled with it has aura, as the kids would
Yeah,
say.
I see the
I
ecclesiarchy
am.
references, not Sororitas. However,
Okay, fine,
this
but we're part
is
of the
in
ecclesiarchy.
the Sister of Battle army. And so it loses just 1 point for that. I think it's barely losing that point for me. Um,
I don't think that's fair because I wouldn't make that call because I think so if you open your sister's codex, which I have here on my desk, but I'm not streaming, you can go to like the first few pages, and you will see a section which says the army of the ecclesiarchy. We already have Ministorum priests. We already have archoflagellants. We already have penitent engines. This is the ecclesiarchy's army. I don't really know what to tell you. I think it's perfectly sanctifiers. I think it's perfectly justifiable. I don't see any problem with
while
having
that is true, it
non-Sororitas
is quote
ecclesiarchy.
unquote the ecclesiarchy's army. They the Sisters of Battle that are doing the main things don't really deal with the assassins. The assassins are tacked on in
That is true.
addition because
That is
they
true.
have to be. The Sisters of Battle
So
would just not interact with them if they could, generally.
so
Balance.
I totally hear what you're saying because I'm thinking back to my time in guard, and I always thought to myself like, I don't really like that I always have I'm thinking back to my time of guard, and I'm like, I don't really like that we have like other stuff in this army. Like guard brings in a lot of weird stuff as options. There are all sorts of things. We used to have like Imperial Navy officers used to be a thing. You could have the Master of the Fleet.
Mm-hmm.
You used to have like weird higher ups that are just basic Imperium. Also, there actually is an Ogren detachment. It's called Abhuman Auxiliaries. It's 1 DP. Anyway,
Bless you.
uh, I
Balance.
okay. Actually, I don't like Abhumans that much either, but that's a different point because they're part of the Imperial
Balance.
Guard. Anyway,
Balance.
the okay, so Guard just had a lot of weird extra stuff in it,
Am I
and I
muted?
always felt
Are
like
you?
it just
You
didn't
should be.
fit.
No. I hope not.
Uh, Everybody can hear
Sorry, what?
everybody, right? Chat.
Yeah, I hope so.
Yeah, I can hear you guys.
Yeah, because
Okay.
in what's it called? My OBS. Everybody's hearable according to
Yeah,
OBS.
yeah, okay. Okay, good.
Okay, cool. Yeah. So anyway, yeah, I just don't know. I don't know. Okay. So the thing is, assassins are not the ecclesiarchy. Death cult assassins, I think, are more ecclesiarchal,
Yes.
which is what this is trying to lean into. But it also adds things in like it's officio assassinorum. You can get Vindicar, you can get Calidus. That's
Calidus.
not ecclesiarchy. That's Imperial Agents territory, and that's where I think the line is. Like a lot of people say that like, oh, you like the ecclesiarchy so much, why don't you play Imperial Agents? We are the ecclesiarchy. Imperial Agents is not all the ecclesiarchy. That's where the
It's
line
bits and
is.
pieces of
Your
everything.
penitent showing.
Exactly. And ecclesiarchy already has an army. It's us.
Put
I don't
it away.
know I don't know if Officio Assassinorum is really all in on that, but since it's focused on the death cult, I think I think it's okay. And honestly, I just really like that there's enough like lore blurbs here. It's very satisfactory.
Hmm.
Also, Lear, this is
So,
not true. We're not part of the Ordo Hereticus. We're not part of the Inquisition. We work with them a lot. But you will notice actually, if you go and look at you will notice actually, you go to the sisters transfer sheet. You know what I do see? I see the emblem of the ecclesiarchy. I see the skull in the sunburst. What I do not see is an eye with three lines through it, which is what the Inquisition symbol is. We can often work with the Inquisition, which is something you see very frequently. For instance, Mark of Faith, there's an Inquisitor. I'm using that example because I'm reading that book right now. But
Hmm.
no, they're not part of the Inquisition. They're the army of the ecclesiarchy, but they will work with the Inquisition very frequently and closely, which is where the point of confusion is. A lot of people see the eye and they think they're part of the Inquisition. No.
Okay. So we've
so I'm
done
gonna give a 4 for balance.
balance. Yeah, as
Honestly,
it stands, I'm gonna have to give it a 3
I
because
agree.
of sanctified poisons.
That's
If
why it's on
that
a 5.
if that was changed to be more in tune with everything else, I think it would be a 5.
Yeah, I have to agree. I'm going three on that as well. I think it's probably best.
Okay, fun.
Mm-hmm.
Fun? I think it's really fun. I think it's a
I
Yeah,
really
would
pretty
fun
be
fun.
detachment.
Yeah,
Pretty fun.
Five.
I'm gonna give it a 4 for fun. Because well, sanctified poisons that if they don't change that, they'll just nerf anything in our army with dev wounds. Insidiants are gonna go
Oh
through
shoot.
the roof,
Wait,
and
Okay,
that's actually a
this
really
again.
good point.
This
You know what?
again.
Actually, you're right. Four. That's
like
honestly, I had the same logic
it'll
earlier.
make Insidiants
I
like 200 points to run, if not more. If
Totally.
because this is a
I'm
one
giving a
DP.
4 because there's only 3 stratagems and 2 enhancements, so it's only so much fun to have. But it's all right.
That's what I get AP2 and 6" on one CP. AP one.
Okay.
All right.
So
Name.
Where were you on fun, Storm?
4.
Okay, we all said four. Name. It's too
Ministorum
long.
Death Cult
Too
Retinue.
long.
I think
Nothing
if you
too
remove
inspired.
Ministorum to just Death Cult Retinue, I
But
think
then
it
you lose
flows
the
a lot better.
lore aspect. Honestly, I think it's too long. I think it's too clunky. I think it's a little weird. Okay, so positives. It is a retinue, so it is describing the this is your retinue that work with your senior figures. Like sure, I like that.
Yeah.
I think it's too long, and I think it doesn't. It's not cool. Like it's too matter of fact. A lot of stuff is really like there's some cool aspect of it. It's like hallowed martyrs or champions of faith, and then it explains why it's champions of faith, like in the blurb text. This is just a little too clinical in my
I'm
opinion,
gonna
and
do
it's too long.
2 because you know what you're
I'm saying
getting,
two as well.
but it is, as I agree, it is very clinical.
2.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. So final check. I say five. You guys say four for lore. I say three. Saber says three. I say four for balance. Everyone says four for fun. Everyone says two for name. Sound good?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that sounds right. Alrighty,
Okay. Let's
Primal,
see
do
who
you
our winner
have
is. Let me do
our
some
totals?
numbers.
See who won.
All right. So let's go. We have four we're working with here.
Yep.
So Flames of Judgment is 5-3-5, 5-5-4, 4-4-4, 2-2-2. Flames of Judgment is 45. That was Lear. Flames of Judgment 45.
Yep. I'm gonna.
Procession of the Sacred Path, 4-4-4, 2-3-3. 1-5-4, 2-3-3. That's 38. Zeal, Arabella's Chosen was 6-4-5, 1-3-4, 1-5-4. Oh, 4-3-3-3 should be 42. And then finally, Ministorum Death Cult Retinue is 5-4-4, 3-4-3, 4-4-4, and 2-2-2, which puts it at 41. So that's really close. 41, 42, and 45. Okay, Flames of
Wow.
Judgment wins. Congrats, Lear.
Congratulations to Lear.
What do you know?
Alrighty. Wow. That.
What's our award this time for Lear? Same
Oh.
thing.
Oh. We didn't.
Three takes you can't
No.
argue with.
No. No. We already did that. We can't do that again, right?
Haha, my takes will stand for all time.
Um.
Okay, what do we got?
Let's
Lear,
see.
I need you to cancel his takes out. They are horrible.
Let's see. Let's see.
You can't say that. Into the Penitent Engine.
What's
I
a
can
good?
say
What's a
that.
good?
I just can't say why.
What's a good? What's a good reward? What should we get? What should we give Lear for winning?
Lear, what do you want
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
chat?
Yeah.
Do you have an idea?
Something that we can do and
Yeah.
not really, but kind of enforce in the sisters chat.
Oh God, we're missing someone's detachment.
Are we?
Oh, are
I
we?
will, I will cry.
Oh, Nadar. Apparently, we're missing detachment.
Did Nadar not?
Yeah.
Did
you?
Did Nadar
Did they
send it to me?
us? I never received one from.
I
Nadar, as
don't
far as I
have
can-
one
Wait.
from Nadar.
Oh shoot. Oh, they DM'd it to me and I didn't get it to you guys. Oh shoot, that's my fault.
Uh-oh.
Okay, hang on. I can give this to you in a second. It's Antiphon of War, is what it is. It's 3DP take and hold. It is well organized. Okay.
We need
DM it to me.
to like
Or send it to
we
me.
need to cap this at like 50 minutes of review because I need to go. It's
Yeah.
almost 3 a.m.
Oh shit. Is it a
I have
PDF?
to go soon. It is a PDF. I'm gonna put it in the group chat.
Yeah, send it, and
Mhm.
I'll. Oh.
Whoops.
Not the pad file.
Hang on. I'm trying to download this. I'm so sorry. This is my fault.
Shame on
Okay,
you.
here we go. Yeah, shame on me. Okay, here we go.
Antiphon of War.
Sorry, the
Okay.
reason I didn't forward it directly to you is because I was worried about Storm said they didn't want to see anything early, I think.
Yeah.
I put it in the group chat when I got it.
Hold
Okay.
on, I'm getting it set up.
All right. Let me read it while that happens.
Are you guys cool while you're setting it up? I'm going to be back in like 2 seconds.
Yeah.
I got to go grab something. Cool.
Alright, I'm gonna pull it up as the document. Give me 1 second inside of OBS to change. Chat, alerts, teams. Where is it? Window. Okay, this is a little bit janky. I apologize, but we'll get this sorted. All right, we're gonna go ahead and start talking about it, Storm. While,
Okay.
actually, did you see how long he'd be?
2 seconds. This is what he says.
Oh yeah, we can wait then. We'll blaze through this one. We got a decent amount to do
hold
though.
on.
It's
6 pages. Fuck me.
Well, we'll rock through
Okay.
it as fast as we can. We'll walk through it as fast as we can.
2 Antiphon units are harmonic with each other with a hyphen. That's one word each other. Oh, fine. It's fine. If they use different data sheets, and at most one of them is a
All
non-attached
units
character unit.
got acquired.
So a guy and a girl and a group of girls led by someone probably. Okay. When you use a stratagem on them, they form a battle car. Okay. Plus a move. Plus some hits.
So they just have to stay within 9 of each other and make sure they have line of sight to each other and don't die.
Okay,
Once
so
per battle round for each choir, you can discard a miracle dice to gain 1 command point.
okay. Yeah, like it. I
Okay,
like it.
we'll move on to enhancements. We have the Helm of Clarity.
Hold on, I didn't finish reading.
Oh,
And you need to slow down.
sorry.
Okay.
There is quite a bit, and I'm trying to be.
I'm trying to understand because this wording is
Yeah.
interesting. So, if the battle card is gonna have a solo character and a group, probably, right? And then the solo character hits something and they have +1 against that, and then
Yeah, okay, so it's basically this is promoting you to use a wide diversity of units to create as many harmonic units and then to use command points to make harmonic units acquire. So this is a compounding
I see.
combo detachment. This is 3 defeat, take and hold. Alright, enhancements. Helm of Clarity, Canonist only. Sacred Command ability,
Yes,
when any
please.
friendly unit is with line of sight target instead of only her own, still only once per round. So this is just line of sight based. It's not even within
Add this
12.
to the game, please, GW.
It's like it's just her pointing, 60 inches across the map and saying, "Your thing is free," and
Please.
that's what she does.
Yes.
Okay, I'm
Laud
back.
Array. We went
Give
ahead and
it to
started
us. I need it.
for sake. We read the detachment rule. Have you read it yet, Primal?
I have not. No, I just came back.
Okay, so basically it is compoundant on combinations. You want a wide variety of data sheets and units, and you want to be positioning
Okay.
them in such a way that they can benefit each other and stay close. So it's very, very focused on good positioning, good list building, and understanding
Okay.
how units synergize.
Okay, it's
Very
kind of
high
like Tau. I
level.
like
Okay.
that. I like that
Yeah.
for concept.
Our first enhancement is one that basically makes the Canoness discount on any unit she can see once per battle round. So she can point at you across the map and say, "Nuh-uh, that's free," which helps a lot with the fact that in order to make a unit acquire, which gets other bonuses, you have to spend command points to do so. Laud Array.
Okay.
Vehicle, non-penitent, bearer gains the Antiphon keyword, which Antiphon is the thing. It's limited to infantry normally, and that's you have to have 2 different unit infantry units next to each other to become harmonic, which is how it works. The distance the battle card belongs to is expanded, and the maximum between 2 friendly units of their. Okay, so instead of being 9-inch limitation for everything, it is 18, so you can use the vehicle as kind of a some glue for some other units. We've got
Mm-hmm.
Virtue of Preparation, Citrus model only. During your opponent's command phase, you may pick a stratagem for the bearer to prepare. If you target the bearer's unit or an enemy unit within 12 of it with that stratagem after your opponent's next movement phase, before the end of your next turn, gain 1 command point. So
Wow.
you
Okay.
must have a command point to use this, assuming you're not using a discount like on the Canoness. However, you're refunded it. So far, a lot of the rules around this are about command points, both generating them and spending them effectively. Splinter of the Sixth Gate. Ophelia 4, Squads, Invicta. Um, okay, so this is probably related to their own homebrew army, because they have names of people I don't recognize.
All of
Um,
those are the Saints. Oh, I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I thought you were looking at the stratagems. My bad.
no, not yet, not yet. Imagine
Okay.
Fire model only. The person you use a Miracle Dice for a Battle Shock test is automatically passed, and then you gain a Miracle Dice value of 6.
Okay.
Granted, 5 points,
Okay.
and they have to do a Battle Shock test. So
And you have
super
to pass
super
it.
niche. No, it auto passes you. You just auto pass.
No.
Isn't that just straight up better?
Oh,
That
yes, it
that's
is.
that's
Oh, damn.
that's better mostly.
5
That's
points?
better mostly. Hallowed Martyrs has something.
However,
I think it's Catechism of
divine
something
penitence.
or other. No,
No,
that's the
that's
Penitent Host one.
Oh,
that's
wait, what am I
adventure.
thinking?
It's Chapel of
It's the
Sacrifice, which
Hallowed
lets
Martyrs
you
reroll.
read all miracle dice in your command phase.
Yeah,
Hmm.
this is like
Okay,
that.
five
However,
points.
keep in mind,
Goodbye, Triumph.
keep in mind that unit has to be taking battle shock tests. It has to be below half.
So true.
That's true. It only triggers in that specific circumstance.
Exactly.
But then
So
Fair
again, you
enough.
that
see a
I
lot more
think
battle shock.
keeps it balanced because you have to keep a half alive squad alive long enough to keep
True.
taking tests to give yourself sixes.
Yeah, okay. I'm back on board.
All right. Stratagems.
Yeah, I don't know.
Sylvana's
I think it should
Storm.
be more expensive, but it's not that bad.
I think it's just so niche when you'll get to activate it that it's fine that it's 5 points.
Yeah.
I think changing it to like a value +1 of what you spend would be more balanced out of a 6, but
So far, I'm liking this detachment.
Okay,
yeah.
stratagem.
Savannah Storm. Movement phase.
Wait.
2 harmonic antiphon units that are within 9 inches in line of sight. They form a battle choir. One of them is able to shoot in advance. The other is able to charge in advance.
Ooh, cool.
Neither of the two units, either neither two units belong to battle choir or they're part of the same battle. So they either have to be an existing choir or not be part of any choir to be used at all. I like that. That is very Sylvana based, very fast, speedy, efficient. 2 units, one hits them hard with shooting, one hits them hard with melee.
Once again, amazing lore right there.
Catherine's
And I
Gambit.
know Sylvana's Argent Shroud.
Well, Sylvana is actually tough as hell. She's so tough.
I'm not mad.
Catherine's Gambit, 1 command point. Your opponent's turn, when one of your units belonging to a battle choir is destroyed, the other unit from said battle choir. This is the shoot back from Hallowed Martyrs. However, it is bait based. This pairs really well with Retributors. Bait something else, have them shoot for free, and they will automatically get their retribution bonuses because they're Retributors. This is like the Retributor stratagem if you can pull this off. Granted, it requires your opponent to make the mistake of not killing the Retributors first, but
Also, they get plus
very
one to it
nice.
built in as well.
Having
This
So
is
it
this is
counteracts
really good.
cover. Last line.
yeah, very very good.
Battle
Mina.
cards give plus one to it. Yeah, pretty good. Okay.
Mina's
Mina Stones,
Thorns.
this one is mine.
2 command points. Fight phase. 2 harmonic antiphon units within your arm with line of sight. Yeah, okay, that's gonna be a target almost most time I think. 2 units form battle choir. Yep. Each unit either gains fights first or all of its units gain lethal hits until the end of the phase. The choice
think
may be
most
made
of the time
separately
you're
for
gonna
each
take
unit.
lethal hits,
Additionally,
because
the
fights
lethal
first
hits
is
ability
worse.
guaranteed by the start of an trigger on a 5 if the attack receives a +1 to hit granted by the battle choir. So you can either get 5 up lethals or fights first. That's actually
Fights
really
first
good.
being weaker in 11th, I think you always want the lethals on 5 up.
However, you can give 2
I'll tell
units
you why
fights
you want to
first.
fight first.
Giving 2 units fights first is very much worth it because now one of them is guaranteed to activate.
Not only that,
It is old counteroffensive, but better.
if you fight first, if you manage to,
Yeah.
Very good strat.
Or you
it
get the
gives
lethals
the
off
it
charge.
gives
Just
the it gives
detachment.
the five it gives it five crit on 5 lethals for the other one because of the battle core stuff because they hit the target first. So you do want to
yeah.
give one of them fights first, I think. Or at least that's the
Or
idea
you
here.
double charge. One has standard lethal hits, the other has 5 up lethal hits.
Yeah.
Or
That's
charge 2
probably
separate
also good.
units. Like spend it there. Like
Yeah.
one unit kind of wants the lethal hits but doesn't need it. The other one really wants it, and you do the lethals on 6 for the one that kind of wants it, and the lethals on 5 for the one that really wants it. All right. Lucia's Stoicism.
The one and only. Yeah.
Damn,
2
okay.
harmonic. Yep. To the end of the phase, models in the unit add +1 to invulnerable saving throws and have the feel no pain 5 up ability. Until the end of the battle round,
That's my goat
target
right
units
there.
receive the
That's my
bonus
goat.
to hit rolls conferred by the battleground's enemies that made attacks against in this phase. So 2 command points for this. I think that is reasonable. Um, very, very strong stratagem. But it is 2 command points, and there are other
So,
2 command point stratagems in
ah,
this.
the problem
Three,
is
three
Oh,
of the
there's
there's a
only
third
stratagems.
2.1. Jesus. Okay.
Three 2
there's
point.
only 3 1 CP strats.
Remember though,
You can
you do
spend
have
miracle
the
dice to turn it
canoness.
into. Well, also keep in
You
mind because
you
of
do have
battle
the
choir.
canoness, and you do have the vehicle that can. No, there's something else that can give you a refund. Yeah, 2 enhancements can give you refunds of CP.
Yep,
Well,
and
canoness, and
while
then
your
yeah,
unit
yeah.
is currently in a battle choir, if you spend stuff while they're actively in the choir still, you can discard a miracle dice to gain 1 CP once per
Oh
battle
yeah, okay,
round
then it's
to
fine. Then
refund
it's
a
fine.
little
You
bit of
just
it.
need
You
to
also do
have.
have to declare what stratagem you're going to use so they can see it coming.
Yep.
Yep. Yep.
So you can go like, oh, well,
Okay.
these units might have fights first, and
Yeah.
just I mean, that's actually really if you stand on the other side of a wall and go, yeah, by the way, these 2 units on the other side of the wall that you can't shoot right now, they have fights first. That's
I
Mhm.
don't hate this detachment, honestly.
no, actually,
So far, this is great.
it's great thus far.
Okay,
Thank you
Alicia.
thank you to Nadare for what's it
Yeah,
called?
this is great
For
so far.
reminding us
Okay,
that they sent this in to us. All right,
Alicia.
This is a strong contender. I'm going to say
Alicia's
that. I'm going to say that
Opus,
now.
2 command points. Until the end of the battle round, when you use a stratagem targeting one of the target units, not the other, you may immediately duplicate its effect on the other as if it has been used a second time with that unit as a target. So the first cause is being targeted by the stratagem, the person not being able to target per phase.
Double grenades or double whatever. Interesting.
Double fire Overwatch
Double fire
Ooh.
Overwatch. Holy
on
fuck.
2 units. So you have one unit do it,
For
and you have the
3
second one
CP,
do it. Yes, but
which you
Okay.
will discount.
think about in
Flamer Dominion.
11th. In 11th, when you have your cream of the crop selection of Overwatch targets because it's end of phase,
Yep.
you can
Flamer
go
Dominions.
bye bye
Yep. Okay.
and remove it.
Nice. Nice.
Oh,
Good.
actually, I'm imagining this. I'm imagining this. So you bring Flamer Dominions, and you bring a Flamer Immolator, and you drop the Flamer Dominions out of the Flamer Immolator, and I don't know, maybe that could work.
Yeah,
Maybe
probably.
you can only have one vehicle
Okay.
that has the Antiphon ability, though,
Okay.
to
Still
benefit
though.
because this is mostly infantry based.
Yes. Which is good.
Yeah, Arabella's
Arabella's moment.
moment.
Okay.
Until the end of the phase, each time the target performs an act of fate, the result of one of the miracles used and activates and first improved by 1 to a max of 6. The miracle is granted to the other unit in the battle card uses the base value, and each may perform 1 additional act of faith during this phase. So this is
I'm so happy we didn't miss this.
I get the AOF army rule, but better for a command point.
Okay.
Yeah, you do need to plan a lot in advance for Overwatch, but to be fair, this entire detachment you have to be planning your entire game before you play the game, because it's very heavy on positioning.
Yeah. There is a
You
lot of
have to be
planning.
good at
This is a
positioning.
really high skill floor, but also has a high ceiling for what it can do.
Incredibly high ceiling, I think.
Yes.
I
I
fuck
gotta
with
be
it.
honest. I fucking love this. This is the
Yeah, me
best
too.
so far.
This
Yeah,
is awesome.
and Antiphon of War, fire name,
Fire name.
Okay,
Okay.
lore,
Let's core.
5.
Yeah.
We
It's,
have the
it
blurbs.
is
I'm sorry we didn't
so
get to read the blurbs.
sisters.
We didn't read the blurbs, but oh my gosh, there's a
Let me
blurb.
do my awesome.
There's a
voice.
blurb for everything. Every little thing has a blurb.
Just the fact that every matriarch has a stratagem is just.
Yep. Yep.
So 5 is
It's
across the
so
board here.
sisters.
Yep.
Singing,
I'm actually giving it
miracles,
a 6 on lore.
fucking
6 on lore.
sisterhood. Sisterhood is a
All right.
fucking mechanic in this, which is
Okay.
great.
This is
What's the
5.
five?
This is
one.
Nadara is cooking.
Balance.
Nadara is cooking. All right.
Yeah,
balance.
They cook.
Balance. Okay.
I'm gonna give it a 4 because of how
Me too.
difficult it will be to use effectively. However, I think it has the means of being very, very good.
Yep.
the only things I worry about being very, very strong is some of, well, actually, even the
I
strategy, like the stratagems feel like they're very strong, but you
I
pay a
don't like how many
lot
2
for
CP
them.
strats there are,
I
but
think,
I
like,
do.
I
I
mean,
do like how many 2 CP there are because it gives you so many refunds. If you play it right, they will not feel like 2 CP stratagems,
it's true.
yeah, I think the only,
which is a good way to balance it, I think.
This is
yeah,
really well designed.
yeah,
Nadar, are you sure you're not on some kind of balance team somewhere? This is good.
I think they have to be. I think the only stratagem that feels a bit strong is Sylvana's Storm.
Mm.
It's it's two different units. You get assault, which is fine, whatever, but advance and charge. Normally, just getting advance and charge requires a command point.
So
Getting that
see,
and assault.
this one does what, and I'm sorry, I'm gonna dunk on Arabella's chosen for this one,
Mhm.
but I think this also achieves something where it's like, okay, we're gonna make like a new detachment rule for this is like try and integrate it into the lore. Prayers were not something that were very well integrated, like in terms of it makes sense, but this makes a lot more because you talked about like that whole like sisterhood angle. Like that's really cool to integrate into a
Yep.
detachment.
Yeah,
I
Yeah.
I love that honestly. I think that's a win on how to do that right.
yeah. I think for this especially, you can tell this one is more inspired by sisters and maybe a little bit of Tau, but that's okay.
Yeah.
Whereas Zeal's is more inspired by chaos.
Yes.
Hmm.
And you can kind of tell with the underlying way that things work with both of them.
Yeah.
Actually, I was getting Chaos Knights vibes a little bit
No,
from
that's antelopes.
Arabella's chosen.
No, that's really from that one.
Yeah.
Didn't they have
No.
this like Shadow of Chaos thing, or am I thinking of
No.
demons?
That's demons.
Demons.
Also, no, they didn't.
It changed as time went on. Like there's a detachment or something for Chaos Knights. I forget.
I
Whatever.
don't
It's
That
not that
that's like
important.
the oaths in anemones.
So
Um,
balance, I'm giving it a 5 because I like how it does stratagems really, really nicely,
yeah,
and I
Okay.
don't think I think it plays really well. I think it would play really well, and you could play really smart with it.
yeah. So 445.
Yep.
Okay,
Fun.
fun.
This
Five,
is so much fun.
five.
5.
5 again.
Because
I'm gonna
the only thing about this is you are shut down the moment your opponent starts targeting um, all of your like things. If they just remove all of your basic battle sisters or remove all of your dominions, all of a sudden you can't form harmony with anything, right?
yes, but you can plan for that and like
Oh,
double up
you
on some
absolutely
of
can,
the
and I think it's very
combinations.
doable. You just, you have to have
Yeah,
immolators.
you need to plan for it,
You
and you
have
need
to be
to
skilled to
prepare
be
for it.
planned.
Yeah. Yep.
I think
High
this
skill ceiling,
still
high
can be
skill floor.
extremely fun. If nothing else, it's flavored such that even if you don't maximize it, I think you can still have fun with the detachment. I think casually, especially, you'll have a good time, and even competitively, you'll still probably
Well,
be okay. You
see,
just
I
need to
agree with most
understand
of
what's
what you
happening.
said. I'm a little nervous about like I don't know if like the whole positioning thing, that's one of the hardest things for new players to learn.
Oh no, 100%.
So I feel like it might be a little challenging for like casual players. It's a hard detachment to pick up and play. So for that
Yeah,
reason, I'm gonna say 4 on fun, but I also think that it absolutely has the capability to like be super fun when you bring it in. I think like you get some reps in with this, you figure out how it works. I don't know. I like that.
I like it a lot. And for name,
Okay, it's a
I
cool
mean,
name.
three,
I mean, Trick,
three.
Antiphon of Bar. It's great. It's a church song. Amazing.
I think this might have actually overtook Lear.
Yeah, this probably
All right,
It did.
poor Leah. I'm so
all right.
sorry, Leah. Nadari showing up
Okay, so
with the
let me tally
fucking
this up. I think Nadare actually stole this one. Um, okay, so 655. Technically, 6 doesn't really count, but whatever. It's just a win more now. 454.
just to
Four
make
five
sure Leah
five
loses.
333. Yep,
Apparently,
52. Lear was at where were your numbers? Lear was at oh my god 52. Lear was only 45.
insane sweep actually.
Yeah.
Okay, you know what? I want to actually. What
Do
reward
you have a better
does?
idea for reward?
What's a good award? Fuck, this is
A good
tough.
one would be for this to be
Speaking of
im-
tough, this
sent to
detachment.
GW and have them make it into a detachment,
Yeah,
Um,
no, we need to email
and
this to
have them
Games
not
Workshop
butcher
and
it.
make it a real detachment.
yeah, hold on.
Yeah,
Do we build Nadare a resume and send them to GW?
Mm. Yeah, we need to pay for like plane tickets and apartment rent in Nottingham, and then get them a job at Games Workshop.
Um, for a real reward that we can actually do. Um,
Unless Nadar is English, at which point we just give them, or British, I guess, because
British.
you can take rail from Wales or Scotland.
Um, oh, what's a good
Get them a
reward?
train ticket.
What is a good reward? Well, that's what we'll end out the stream on is the reward for our winner
you know
Nadare.
what? Let's just ask the winner, no?
Yeah, actually, yeah. Hold on, Nadare.
Yeah.
What do you want? What do you want from us of the sisters chat? Um, I think Nadare is listening. If you could ask Nadare what they want in the chat for me, please.
Yeah.
I think it might also be just uh delay.
They haven't thought about it. Cause the three takes thing was really funny and really good, but I don't want to do that again. I probably should have thought about this before.
Yeah,
I should have like been like, ooh, reward and dangled it in front of everyone more. Um,
True.
maybe the reward is we beg the mods for a special special what's it called um
title
role
or
for
something.
them.
For all.
Maybe.
Yeah. Although that wouldn't be
I mean,
guaranteed. That would not be guaranteed because the mods are probably gonna be
Yeah,
like,
I
no, what
actually
are you
asked the
doing?
mods to add like faction roles for what factions you play, and they were like, "Yeah, no, we have too many roles already. We're not going to do that."
Damn.
yeah,
I actually I took it all the way up to Tybalt. He was the guy who responded, and he was like, "Yeah, no, sorry, man."
While you guys think about that, I'm gonna read out the lore to the stream because
Absolutely,
Nadare
it's so cool.
wants us to read out the lore because we kind of skipped it. I'm sorry. We did it to speed run your detachment. Taken hold. To the sisters of the militant orders, a tactic well devised and well executed is an ode to the superiority of the human mind and form both, no less sacred than, in fact, no different from the devotional hymns of their utterance and glory to the humanity and her emperor. Taking this to heart, some convents train relentlessly to execute the 108 drill mantras to perfection and learn the many devotional strategies devised by the saints in holy text. Thanks to these preordained tactics, squads can quickly signal and perform even complex maneuvers on the battlefield, each claiming one of the tactical voices of the movement and knowing its exact role in this chorus of war. So that is the description both for the detachment and for Taken Hold.
yep, goes hard.
Helm of Clarity. The Sabbat Platinum Helm houses an ancient array of auspecs whose output is filtered by a powerful machine spirit to be clearer and more legible. To its wearer, the deafening roars of gunfire and their blinding flash become muted notices, and the fog of war is lifted. Strategico Laud Array. Even the agile chassis used by the Order's militant may at times be caught by the even faster pace of battle, but complex, specialized relay systems can allow them to coordinate excellently with the infantry around them. Virtue of Preparation. Quotes, the heretic reassures himself by saying the deadliest strike is the unseen one, but that is only because his creed is weak and best served by the treachery of the shadows. We are his servants, and know when to strike openly to strike true. Wisdom of Saint Varlin. Splinter of the Sixth Gate. During the siege of Ophelia 7, squads Vox Invicta, Aurora, and Gloria Eterna held the enemy back while the convent's sixth gate closed. The massive door was then battered for days on end, and though it splintered, the blood of its martyrs kept it shut. Each fragment of the gate has since become a symbol of victory arising from sacrifice. Sylvanas Storm. In the chaos and hectic speed of war, even the best drilled squads are best served by a singular focus, and staying with the sisters they have served with for years. Saint Sylvana, wisely, preferred to split the duties of an advance not between two halves of a squad, but between two entirely different squads, for that very reason, and has been proven right time and time again. Catherine's Gambit. Though some will caution against eagerness to martyr oneself, others will embrace the opportunity to drag a score of the Emperor's enemies to the grave with them. Luring them into one's own disadvantageous position, to then be culled is a devastatingly simple example of that sort of tactics, as the heretic and Xenos are too vile or selfish to consider such selfless sacrifice. Mina's thorns. Let no blow go unanswered, and let no blood go unspilt. Neither his servants nor his enemies, neither his saints nor the heretics. So ready your blades, sisters, and take note of each other's backs, because those are all of you who will be able to count on. Exaltation of Saint Mina. Lucia's stoicism. Hold your ground, hold your vows, in the Emperor's name, by the blade and by the bolt, in the Emperor's name, to victory and to mankind, in the Emperor's name. Lessons of Saint Lucia.
Hell yeah,
Alicia.
that's what I'm talking about, baby.
Alicia's opus. Saint Alicia Dominica was held in the highest esteem by all her sisters for all the qualities she embodied, and there is little the Adeptus Sororitas holds sacred that cannot in some way be exemplified by the matriarch. So perhaps if there was a singular aspiration to draw from her, it might be to never content with one's service, to always strive to do and offer more in the Emperor's service. Arabella's moment. Few sisters will ever know the hour of truth, which may be in fact be but a fleeting instant, when what might have seemed and in fact should have been ruled by statistics and expectations turns into chance and hope, and fate and faith intertwine. Fire. Fire.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Have you guys seen the? It's I think it's the third time this stream I've said. Have you guys seen the meme? You know the one where it's the dude writing on the
monkey?
page
Oh.
and like the page is catching fire as
Yep,
he's writing.
that's
That-
Nadari.
Yep.
That's Nadari.
Absolutely.
Yep. That are absolutely fucking cooked. This is amazing. I want this in the game, please.
I can
GW.
draw Nadari something. I can try.
There you go.
Hold on. Let me hold on. Image, media. No, not media.
I'm not confident enough in my time to be able to promise actually getting to
Image.
make it.
Hold on. There's something I drew a while ago. Oh, why did black screen? That's okay. Yeah. What the fuck? There you go.
Would you? I asked this of Storm, but they said no. Would you be willing to maybe
Ooh.
draw Nadare something of their choice?
Yeah, I can offer as long as
Yeah.
it's sister coded. I on the stream
Oh,
I
yeah.
put in the corner of the presentation. I don't know if you guys have noticed the little sister in the corner.
I love the JoJo menacing there.
Yep. There we go. I drew that in MS Paint.
Closest thing I ever did to visual art is my profile pictures just bad Photoshop.
Yeah, I do some MS Paint work. Maybe I'll even like stream myself drawing in MS Paint for Nadare, and I'll save that and they can have that as well.
Is your profile pic Saint Celestine? I don't know if I ever.
Yes, it is Saint
realized that.
Celestine.
Gotcha.
That was not drawn by me. That was by a friend.
Very nice. Well, it looks great.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
All
I
right.
am going to head off now
Yep.
because it's late.
I think that is going to be it for today's stream. Thank you everybody
Yeah.
who
Really
came
cool
by.
stuff on here.
Thank
I
you
was-
even more to everybody who
Cool shit.
submitted stuff, and thank you Nadaria for reminding us that you sent something. And you know,
This would have been a shame to miss.
it
This is
it
great.
would have been terrible to miss that. Honestly, we would have done a disservice to the Emperor and to the Sisters of Battle if we had not shown
Yep.
that. Look forward to the next time we do some kind of competition. Next time, ideally, we have the reward planned out beforehand, and don't have to come up with something on the fly. We'll see what we end up doing. I think we wait, a month or two, maybe a little bit longer, depending on 11th, to see how that starts to shake out before we decide on the next homebrew competition. Doesn't even have to be homebrew; it can be whatever for just for sisters, though, because you know how it is. Gotta represent. Anyways,
True.
thank you again to Primal and Storm for judging alongside me.
Mhm.
And
I
thank you
love
again.
being
It was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed this.
I know. It's so good, and like I hope everyone in chat also had fun. Dealing with our terrible and amazing takes on all of your content and the content of your peers. Until next time, then. Bye bye, everyone.